Are you playing in the bathtub with your little doll?
Action figure!
You can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel mother.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another toy time over here on Collectable Past. Back to basics. To be back to basics for me later on. I am not going to start off with all that jazz, but I just want to thank everybody that always comes in every single week, whether they're on the panel, whether you guys are hanging out in the chat, all the people that are watching silently across all the different platforms. Your time spent here listening to us ramble about these wonderful pieces of plastic that we love so damn much really does mean the world to us. So I'm going to start off with something that is, unfortunately, this has been something that's been long going. It's something that's continuing. And yeah, unfortunately, we are selling stuff again. So I'm going to open up with everybody's favorite segment. What the Guinea Pig Collecting is selling now. There's links for my eBay store down in the description. If you guys want to go ahead and share that out at some point for me, great. I should post something for this on Twitter later on, maybe tomorrow or later tonight. I'll see how things go with the internet because it's always giving me it's such a pain. It's such a pain. A troubled mistress. But here we go. This is what the Guinea Pig Collecting is selling off now.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Greetings, everyone. It is I, Dark Helmet of the Guinea Pig Collective. Anybody who shares the link out, we will be posting it sporadically throughout this live stream. Please share it out if you can.
Stripe here. We would absolutely love to be able to sell these and make money that way instead of running a Go Grift Me. I know that seems to be the preferred method for everybody else, but the Guinea Pig Collective likes to earn things the old-fashioned way. And of course, it is I, Barnes, of the Guinea Pig Collective. All the money goes to helping feed us because we are a hungry bunch of sots. Please help out in any way you can by sharing. We would greatly appreciate it. Indy here of the Guinea Pig Collective as well. Many more items will be sold as we try to attempt to right the sinking ship, which has been our finances for the past 2.5 years, almost 3 at this point, thanks to politicians who are greedy and don't give a shit about us. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you could pass the word along for us.
So there we go now. The pig's always taking an upfront approach, and Trina, thank you so much. The storefront right there. There we go.
Sure.
You guys can share those links out there. Everybody that's hanging out in the chat, Chaos Hoy. I see Adam was in there earlier. I also see my man Curtis hanging out in the chat. What is going on, everybody? I hope that you're doing well. Trina has already shared the links out there. I posted a half-assed link earlier on Twitter, the best I could with my crappy internet, just to let you guys know we were going live. Be sure to let everybody know that we're going live by resharing that because it's always the games. It's always the games with YouTube. They're always playing the games and they never end. 8,000 plus some odd views on my freaking channel this month, and yeah, they're barely moving my needle at all. Matter of fact, I think I've gone down and I've only got 1,300 watch hours now. Every month they keep taking a couple hundred away. Thank you, YouTube, for absolutely jack shit, you worthless sons of bitches. But we're going to get into Trina's favorite segment, and I'm going to hand it off to Vinnie and Slasher. Anybody else want to show something before I get into my big, long, extremely tiring segment on everybody's favorite Papa, if you're out there, Mr. Cotton. Can you hear me? Take a drink because you know it's going to be coming up afterwards. Here we go with Trina's favorite segment, Toys from Bygone Eras.
I am your Professor Indy, of the Guinea Pig Collective. Welcome to Toys from Bygone Eras.
Gaylord! Gaylord, you look kinda crazy, you move kinda lazy, see what he'll do. Gaylord,
Gaylord!
he'll walkity walk with you. Ow, ow.
Gaylord the pup is full of tricks. Watch. Back up, Gaylord. Atta boy. Now climb, Gaylord. Up,
Fuck up, Gaylord.
up. Now fetch your bone. Got it. Good boy, Gaylord.
Gaylord, you look kinda crazy, you move kinda lazy, see what he'll do. Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you. Ow, ow.
Gaylord comes with a bone of his own. He's a wonderful toy. He's ideal.
Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you. Ow, ow.
The Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater is straight ahead. Here it is now, Betty. Today's double feature. Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. It looks terrific, Jimmy. Drive right in and park. Let me show you how it works. Switch on the projector, turn the film knob, and you'll see 6 exciting still features. Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. Captain Kangaroo and Dinky Duck. Mighty Mouse and Farmer Alfalfa. Gollywog, clear, big pictures. This Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater has everything. 6 complete features. Its own giant screen, projection booth, marquee that changes, ticket window, and 6 beautiful cars. Be the first in your neighborhood to own and operate a Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater. Only $5.98 at your favorite toy store. Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy. And so do girls. Wow, look at them go!
Motorific sports cars.
Boy, there's no stopping them!
Motorific sports cars. They're terrific. Battery-powered motorific sports cars by Ideal. Get a sports car free. Yes, free, with labels from the Procter & Gamble products shown here. Your free motorific sports car has chassis, motor, and a surprise body. Maybe a T-Bird, or Jaguar, or Mustang, or Stingray. Later, buy the exciting motorific torture track and other interchangeable bodies. Get your motorific sports car free. Send in labels from these products: Jif peanut butter, Crisco shortening, Duncan Hines cake mixes, and Crisco oil. Details on this display at your favorite food store. Motorific, it's free.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, if it's not being done by a pig, it's not worth watching.
Yay, motor oil that they put in our food.
What's up, Shifty?
I don't like Gaylords. Hey, Shifty.
What's up, Shifty?
Why are I'm seeing these commercials? Oh my god, these kids are so fucking scary looking back then. that kid with the drive-in movie theater. Do you see his eyes at the end? Like he just took a fucking line. Like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
What's going on, Cotton? See, he heard Cotton drink and he showed up and he knew there was some kind of mini Matchbox or Hot Wheels style cars on the screen and he showed up. But that's my intro for the show, Vinnie.
Yeah. Let me get this one going here. We got I'll just jump in right into here's a 3-minute short. This one is on Professor X. This is the Savage Land version, the Target exclusive.
We have the Uncanny X-Men Professor X Savage Land version of Professor X today. This is
Looks
where
good.
you walk Savage Land.
Yeah, pretty good.
In the Savage Land. Box. Read up. I'm Vinnie Tardanella. I am
his midsection joint bothers me.
And a comic book
the only thing that
creator.
really sucks on him.
Oh, I want you guys to check out some of my books right now too. Here are some of the cool books that you can get. Go to Vinnieart.com.
Yeah, I think I've seen those books before.
Got plenty of
Yeah,
awesome
pretty
stuff.
good, aren't they?
Well, let's get back to the figure. But yeah, back to the figure. We're going to open him up now. and get a good look at this guy.
They also did one of him with the spacesuit, right?
Better
With
look
that crazy helmet,
Yeah.
Yep.
the Warlord helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like the Shi'ar Empire stuff.
Yeah.
But this was pretty cool though.
Charles Xavier. It is nicely done. Paint's good. He does have some issues, I think, anyway. Articulation, head's pretty good. Ball joint is really nice. No butterfly joints, so that's weird. All the other joints are pretty standard. This is bizarre. There's like no range. You get this little bit of movement, and then that. Why wasn't this just a ball joint up here? Makes no sense. These companies are so stupid, but all the other articulation is pretty good. Kind of an ugly knee joint, but again, I'm just giving honest reviews
Vinnie,
here.
we have explanation. We have explanation. Oh, cut costs because of tariffs. We take out ball joint in center.
We're gonna get into that later. After you start showing some of your segments, because oh my god, the stuff with the tariffs is getting next level retarded. And I'm happy Mattel's already hanging themselves, so that's good.
A boot cut, all that's fine. Still a nice looking figure, but yeah, I think Hasbro could be doing better, especially with the prices that they're charging now. So here is Charles Xavier with Cerebro on his head.
Wait, they reused the mold from the wheelchair one for his midsection?
And what's going on, Godzillionaire?
Yeah, I don't have the wheelchair one, so I didn't know that. Well, if that's the case, Hasbro really doesn't like us. Yeah, Shifty, is that the same joint? Is the same torso?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll compare after then.
Look at it. Not too good. It fits real snug.
It looks like it would be molded differently because he's got this jumpsuit on.
Yeah, that looks like jungle shit, not the fucking jacket.
Right.
So when you put it on his head, you're gonna open it a little bit, not to scratch the paint on his eyebrows or whatever. He does come.
So you
with
need to
alternate
spread it a
hands.
little bit to get it on.
Of course, that way you don't damage the. Oh, I got
kind
you.
of an odd choice.
Why does he have a trigger finger? What the fuck?
I don't know if it's Joe hands, to be honest.
Well, in case you want
he
him
also
to
does
actually
come with
be able to
his,
defend himself.
finger
Not just
gun.
That's for knuckling. That's what they call knuckle.
You know,
What's that hand
mimic
for?
his,
That's for pretending he has guns, right?
That's for when he's alone with that Psylocke figure behind him.
Yeah, you think it'd be more of that Spider-Man? Never mind. But yeah, it's
Banshee. And I gotta say, he still is a
guns.
really nice looking figure, and I am happy to have a Charles Xavier Professor X in my collection. So overall, really nice. He is in Target right now. If you could find them, go snatch him up because these exclusives always disappear very, very quickly. Again, I don't like the exclusive stuff that they do, but
How
there
much?
should be more available for everyone right off the bat. Hello, everybody.
What's that?
How much for that exclusive?
I think it was like 25 with tax and everything.
Wait, I thought exclusives were expensive ones. Oh, okay.
Some of them they jack up. Yeah, it depends on what the hell the character is or if the box is bigger. If it's that bigger box, they're usually ranging from like 37 to 40.
Well, if it's a bigger box, it means you didn't stretch it out properly, so nothing got damaged, right?
We're talking about the larger characters, but all right.
Oh, okay. And by the way, that double finger thing is called the Shocker, Trina.
Oh,
That one's not the Shocker. The
No,
Shocker
you need
is
your
the other
pinky out. You need your pinky out for the Shocker,
Yeah, one. Tommy, I thought you knew how it worked.
I know how it works, but we're talking about Charles here. He can do amazing things with the mind, right?
Yeah. He has to use his mind because the rest of himself is handicapped.
He needs a hand with a bowling ball grip.
Yeah. So anytime he wants to bang those broads, he's got to go to the Savage Land. Is that how that works? 'Cause that's the only place where his lower half functions. Anyway, but yeah, I am happy to have an Xavier in the collection. Again, that $50+ whatever it is for the wheelchair thing, the hover one, it looks cool, but it's out of my price range. But this one was pretty neat. Like I said, I like this look for him anyway. The Savage Land story was cool. So that was
Slasher. You want to read that one?
Proctology exam, Professor.
Oh no.
You know, we're having the same issues when I designed one of them for Randy Bowen. You remember the
What,
little
you had a
bus?
proctology doctor?
No, for Randy. Yeah. If you remember the Marvel bus back in the day.
The Marvel bus?
Yeah, the little statues.
Bus or bust?
Bus.
The bus.
With a key, with a
Okay.
key. Sorry,
Okay.
my stupid fucking accent is confusing to everyone.
No, it's not the accent. I just couldn't tell if you were saying bust or bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was saying short bus.
We're not talking about the Democrats right now. We're talking about toys. So. Anyway, when I designed the one for Andy Bowen, we were having the same arguments of how to do the hand positioning because it either looked like he was taking his shit or he had a bad migraine. We were trying to figure it out. It's like, how do you make him look dynamic and awesome if he's got to have his hands on his head doing weird finger things? So yeah, it was. I understand why they kind of did what they did, but he should have came with other accessories. I think.
Did he come with a hand with a single finger so he could do the pick?
Well, if you stretch out the trigger finger hand, I guess. Fun times. Why do I come on this show anymore? I forget.
You come here for the wonderful conversation.
That's true. That's true. Well, I got a few more things I could show you guys. Because I know Tommy, he's got a lot of stuff he wants to show, but I'm kind of disappointed Adam's not on yet. I know he said he's gonna try to jump on, but there's a few things I know that he's gonna love to see. Here is one of Tord's exclusives. I mean Tard. Sorry, my accent is funny. Tard McFarlane. There you go. Here's his Bat Pod exclusive gold label. We got to do the Tard rules as well.
Just released the Batman and Bat Pod.
So yeah, here is his.
That looks good. I've seen pictures of that. I like that.
But the price didn't.
What, it's like 70 something, right?
Yeah.
$70. That is.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yep.
You got a $20 toy. And this bicycle, it's maybe $20. This tops. These should have been 50 tops. Not 70. I'm gonna go tell Maria. These kids yell a lot.
It looks cool. It really does.
It does.
It looked fantastic. With that,
Is that missiles flying out of the front of it?
Well, they repainted that. The original release, it was all gray because it was supposed to be like cannons. But
Yeah, it looks like it's shoot. It looks like it's fire.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Because they weren't machine guns or anything, but the way he did it, yeah, I don't know.
Are they colored tampons flying out the back? Is this the Tim special?
The back, that's the front they're flying out of. Tommy, again, don't you know how that anatomy works?
It depends on what section of the people that are shoving tampons places you're talking about, Vinnie.
I guess so. We don't know. We got to ask Tard.
Didn't they also do?
Gap?
What?
What's up, Gap?
What up, Gap?
Didn't they also do Anne Hathaway Catwoman with this?
Yeah, that was the first kind of. I don't know if it was an exclusive or not. It was a box set where she came with it.
Yeah.
They released her single carded as a platinum, and yeah, she was such a pain in the ass to find.
And
I have her. I never reviewed it because
it looked good. I seen, saw it on the Tord checklist site.
I think it was the best one he's ever done, to be honest. Out of the female.
Yeah, I think those were Walmart exclusives.
Which one? The single carded or the box?
Yeah, the single carded Anne Hathaway.
Oh, Target. It was Target.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, because it was him and I'm sorry, it was her and the Dark Knight. The two of them were the platinum.
Did you hear they're going to rename it? It's going to be called Tordget.
Tordget.
Not really. They cut the number of shit that they had there, but yeah, this thing apparently it's going for big money online already. So I don't know. I wasn't going to call for it.
Wow.
$75, whatever it was. with
Well,
the
you know
tax.
what though, Vinny, they have cut the supply in most of the Targets, but they actually still carry more Tords than Walmart does.
Are they always stacked
Oh,
up
yeah.
with Tords? They're always
Well,
stacked up with Tords.
the thing with
Walmart
what
only
they
does
what they
the collector thing.
Well, what they've done in most of the Targets is that they've actually changed it from just having it in a regular aisle with the the transform in between the Transformers and the Marvel figures, where I see it in most of the stores, to now they're sticking most of the Tords over by the neck of things on the other end where they used to
Yeah.
have DVDs and shit.
And they're almost exclusively just the collector's one. They're not doing the regular, like the $22 ones anymore. They're only like the $30 ones and up is what I've noticed.
The ones with the silver label on the side that says
Yeah.
collector edition. Yeah.
Yep, yep. So that's them, trying to rip off everybody. Oh, this was that. I gotta lower this. This was the toy store by the mall. I haven't been to this one in a while, but yeah, they had some kind of Star Wars Day thing. So I went there and I just recorded some stuff. But yeah, these guys have a ton of figures. Since the last time I went in there, they maybe have double or triple the inventory. So I
It
don't know.
looked like they had a little bit of both, like Origin, and it looked like a few older ones too.
Yep. He's got in this store. He has stuff.
Oh
that is,
fuck, Ed 209. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's nice looking. He's got
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's reaction. It has no movement. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, okay. I've seen it. Yes, that's the board member that he kills. That's right. He has a giant hole in him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's reaction as well. That one.
Yeah. I've seen a picture of that before. Yes.
Okay.
And real quick, say hi to Johnny Lawrence, Johnny Lawrence Gaming.
What's up,
guys.
Johnny?
If you ain't subscribe,
What's up?
check him out, man. He does some interesting shit. Always playing some
Nice.
Texas Chainsaw all over there, man. Thanks for stopping in, Johnny.
Sweet.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Johnny.
Cobra Kai never dies. But yeah, no, awesome that he popped up in there. This guy's got prototype figures as well. He has almost like there's part of the store almost looks like a museum. It's all behind glass, and he has he even had a rare like Italian GI Joe that was going for like
Yeah. You were telling us about it.
Yeah, guys. I told you after the movie stream we did, but yeah, this stuff is still pretty damn awesome though.
And he has a mix of old stuff and new. You said.
Yeah. So I think
That's cool.
These origin, I think these are the Mattel ones that were exclusive to the websites because they weren't in stores first. These aren't the origin ones that like Tommy was getting. This was before that. This was the Four Horsemen when they started to just kind of do like single releases through the. I forgot
It was the Four Horsemen Classic.
Yeah, that's it. The classics. And yeah, these things are going for an arm and a leg. I think he was like $80 by himself.
Holy fucking shit. Dude.
Yeah, the He-Man was going for 110, and these are open.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, when I was looking for a Cringer figure before they finally put one out recently, with the Cringer and Adam, the Origins cartoon filmation versions. The only ones that they had Cringer available was through Four Horsemen, and that thing was over $200. And I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm spending that much on that. And
No way.
Johnny, just in case, man, you have a wrench now, so you can go ahead and post the link to your channel if you want.
Sweet. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, this stuff's really cool. I wanted to record more, but there was a lot going on in there. And they started playing music too, so I couldn't. You know how YouTube loves to hit us. This was awesome too, but this guy would have gotten, except this guy was returned. And looking at him too, you could see through the shirt a little bit. Whoever returned them did a custom job or something, and then threw them back in the package and put crazy glue on the package because you could see it all over the side of the box here.
Oh God.
I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, just because I was a Piper fan, I would have got this one, but nope. Crazy, yeah.
Did you look this OG what the figure actually looks like up and see what the guy did to it?
Oh, I could tell through here. When you take the shirt off, it's supposed to be bare chested. They gave him like I don't know if they try to do a black NWO shirt or something, or I don't know, but I could tell it was like a black tank top he tried to paint on him. I guess he didn't like it and went, you know what, I'm going to bring it back to Walmart. Real classy.
Wow.
So I passed on it because I saw him in that other toy store I just showed you. They had one, but I think he was going for like 35 or something. I wasn't paying that for this.
Oh man, these ones should not be more than 15, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, because he was from an earlier release, so.
Yeah. Well, so was Flair and Hogan, and they were both available in Ollie's for.
What'd you get? Those 10? Oh, $3.99. Jesus.
Nice. Yeah. The Bam Bam was like $8 at Ollie's, so because they only got a small shipment of those in.
But Tommy, didn't you say the Papa Shango one and the Cactus Jack one were 20 something?
Yeah, they're still 20 cents in Walmart. Yeah. Well, you know, like Shifty knows this too. Like when they first started putting these things out, they were sitting somewhere around like $16 or so because they were right in line with the rest of the Motu prices, which were like right around that $15, $16, and then all of a sudden they jacked them up. And this was before Trump ever got into office, so it's not tariffs. So before anybody even starts that, this was before that. This is when Biden was in office, when he was wrecking the economy. The prices jumped actually at one point to over $22 a figure. And then they came down a little bit, back down to $19.99, but they haven't dropped down since.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too, because they already said China wants to come to the table. They're ready to do it. India, they already said yes to them. They just got to sign the paperwork, from what it sounds like. But there's also something going on over there now. But, yeah, so what's going to happen when China does come to the table and they decide, okay, we're going to drop most of these or do a better deal for both sides? What are these toy companies going to do? Are they going to keep the prices that sky high? Because it sounds like that they're all planning to do that.
Yep.
I think it was just an excuse to raise it. Go ahead, Trina.
Yep. Tommy. Yes, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I just saw an interview from the president of Mattel, someone with a really strange accent, who's saying, no, we will not bring toy manufacturing to the United States. We're going to keep it safe in China. Really? How is that safe? Yeah, because their standards are really good with having, child labor making these things.
Well, hold on for 1 second here. So manliness coming in with the drive-by comment of the night.
Oh, coming up, creep. Drive-by.
Yeah, China can't come to the table. She's dead. Soul Assassin, what's going on, Soul Assassin? Some poor idiot thought customizing figures is easy and messed up. Leave customization to the experts and stop ruining toys. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. It's crazy.
It's getting ripped off.
Oh, man.
Right? Yeah. I hear you. Some of us are like that. Like in a way, it's kind of like a blessing. But I was, me personally, I was already in bad shape before that, so it just made it even worse. What's going on, Tree Rock?
What's up, man?
Yeah, these greedy companies. I mean, that's it. They're killing the hobby and everything for everyone. But they still have their giant multi-million-dollar yachts. So our hearts go out to them. I was in Hobby Lobby and I saw this. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought maybe you guys would find it interesting. This giant T-Rex.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? I thought it was pretty cool.
Is that metal or is it plastic?
Metal.
He's a big boy.
What?
Yeah.
That's my first thought. It was metal, looking at the way the jaw's designed. So.
Yeah, this is something I thought Adam would have loved. It's a lamp or a gun.
Love it.
That was really cool.
So, Shifty, were you going to ask about the T-Rex?
Yeah, how much was it?
400.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. But yeah, again, there's some cool stuff, and there's some things that are dirt cheap, and some things that are pretty expensive. But
so, what are you supposed to store inside his butthole? I see he's got a giant gaping asshole. What are you supposed to do with that?
That's where you're supposed to put the Charles Xavier figure.
You do whatever you want with your figures. No judging.
I mean, does he shit candy like that llama fucking candy dispenser I showed a couple weeks ago?
His mouth was open, so I guess anything that fits, right? This was kind of neat too. 75-year anniversary for the board game Clue.
Oh,
This is all wood and metal. It was what it looked like.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, this thing was something else. It was heavy too, so I don't know how the full thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, some of these companies, they do a lot of that stuff. I did pick up the Jumanji one that was at a Walmart a number of years ago, and it was an all wooden case. And then after I picked that one up, Target had released an exclusive version of the Jumanji game, but it kind of looked like rocky and everything like that. It had a completely different, it was really sharp, and I wanted to get it, but I was like, why do I need 2 Jumanji games? I'll just keep the wood one, and that's good enough. But yeah, a lot of these companies are doing re-releases of these older games, man. And speaking of games, real quick, Johnny says, I don't get why retro video game prices are so inflated when most of those games suck. It can be played on an emulator because the whole retro scene had blown up a number of years ago, Johnny. That's why, even Sega Saturn and Sega CD games were going for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
Dreamcast too. Dreamcast games are real expensive. I heard
the early Capcom ones on PlayStation 1 are also worth a lot.
Yeah.
Vinnie
should have got it, Vinnie. Yeah, call it the Vinosaurus Rex.
Oh shit! But this 75-year anniversary Clue game. This was on clearance at $100. I was like, holy shit.
Hey, Gap, I'll customize a T-Rex figure for you and send it to you. You could have hours of fun with it if you want.
Oh, here.
Adam Warlock. Oh, a cool costume of Adam Warlock.
Yeah, you could have got the Adam Warlock with fisting action for that dinosaur. He's got the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet and everything.
Does he come with a can of bacon grease too?
No, I don't see that.
He comes in a comic. That's awesome. Oh shit!
And it needs to come with Crisco oil. Soul says, but playing Clue, always accuse Trina first. Just saying. If I walk into a library alone and she's there with a wrench, I'm walking out fast.
What?
It was Trina on the toy stream with the Beretta gun lamp.
No shit, Johnny. I've said that quite a bit. A lot of those Walmarts have actually they've scaled down their toy aisles. It's disgusting.
This is awesome that they gave him his cool costume, because the one I have, his costume looks so fucking. It doesn't look like this shit.
Yeah, it's cool that they're kind of releasing some of these, but the comic book gimmick is it's ridiculous. It's not even. It's just a piece.
He did Rom.
It's basically.
What's up, Shifty?
You were talking about Walmart selections and how they've gone down. I hate to tell you this, but I was in Walmart today. They took away the Transformers.
I saw that in two of the Walmarts I've been to. It was the same thing.
What? Wait,
yeah,
what was
they're
that?
gone. The Transformers are gone. They're no longer on the toy aisle. I don't know what's going on. So the Tords and the Transformers are gone.
Oh boy.
Yep, that's strange. And I think there's going to be more problems there too. Last time I was in there, it's probably to that store itself, but the Hot Wheels, there was maybe 10 or 15 packages ripped open. And the one of the workers was there going, "What the fuck?" There was a mess of them everywhere. Some that were completely stolen, some that were just ripped open. So,
with the price of toys, how come they haven't put those behind glass cases?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to give them any ideas, but
I'm glad you corrected that, Johnny, because that was still kind of funny to read. He says, "I remember how fun it was to go to Kmart as a kid and look for GI Ho. I didn't have, and Mom wouldn't let me pick one out. I can understand why Mom wouldn't let you pick out a GI Ho, Johnny. I do completely, but no, he was talking about GI Joe.
You live in Vegas?
Yeah, the GI Ho was on sale in the Red Light District in Kmart.
Yeah, there's a classic Banshee as well. There's mutton chops.
Yeah, these look fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're doing a nicer job. But what I was saying is those comic books, they're just solid plastic with a sticker on it.
Yeah, that's still kind of, cool little accessory.
Yeah, I don't fully understand it though. I mean, they could have put anything else in there, but I mean, they still look nice for what they are. See, this is more stuff Adam would love. Maybe I'll hold off until Adam gets on, if he does pop on here tonight. But yeah, I'll show more. I'll show more later.
I mean, poor Adam has been having a lot of internet problems and difficulties, and yeah, it is what it is. What's going on, Keely? Good to see you.
Hey, Kelly.
What's up?
Usually hang around at least 40% of them. Yeah, that's because 90% of what they had there was a Transformers 1 that had been sitting on the peg shelves now for what? How many months? I don't even know how many months it's been now.
They did so much damage to themselves.
I almost bought a Transformer. Well, it wasn't a Transformer. It was one of the busty models for Optimus Prime where you could like snap it together. I thought that was pretty cool because it was only $10. And I was going to go back to get that this week, and it was gone, and all the Transformers were gone. But I was like, hey, I'm kind of getting into model making, and those ones where you can just cut the little pieces out of the trays and just pop them together. That's pretty neat. But man, they're gone. They're all gone. All the robots, all the Transformers, they're gone.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well, I'd seen for a very short window that Walmart was actually bringing back those model kits. Like I'd actually seen like a whole end cap filled with them, and I was like, "Wow, this is kind of shocking considering that they're downsizing their toy aisles." But Johnny has a question for everybody. So, a question for everyone: what would be your dream item that you would love to own for as a collectible?
Oh,
that's a good question.
A life-size Ash Williams figure.
You just want Bruce Campbell.
Stop lying, Trina. We all know it's the anatomical Papa Smurf, so stop it.
Oh, no.
I know Slash just wants a Gaylord. We've been playing it so many times.
You could come over and play with Gaylord, Vinny. You could bring your own. You could bring his brother Bylord.
Bylord.
I thought you were going to say you could bring your own bone for him.
Oh, jeez. No, I ain't no gay frog peddler. I don't have that stuff.
Wait. So you mean something that exists, right? Like something that's actually, because Trina's just made up. Like I'm Bruce Campbell with a fucking bow on him at my house. That's what she basically just said. But like it just.
She's like
does
just
Johnny
bow,
Parts mean
else.
something that exists, like something that's already out there?
Okay, something that's already out there for real. I would love. So you guys know how I have the Ashy Slashy puppet.
Oh
the one I would like the other one with the shark teeth looking one.
That's cool.
To have them both. I really would love that one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, maybe a life-size R2-D2, but probably that. I mean, where would I find one of those? More than likely, I would go with a Winged Eagle WWF Championship belt with the white leather on the back of it. I think that's what I'd go for.
Wait, is this Shifty or Adam? I can't tell. Oh shit.
I mean, for me, it would be something simple. So obviously, anybody want to take a guess what my favorite franchise of all time is?
Oh, gee, what would that be?
Well, we already said Gaylord before. So. I just Transformers, Tommy.
I would want the Japanese only release of Overlord. That's what I would want.
Oh
Cool.
shit!
Nice.
That's nice.
Okay. I got. All right, this is what I would fucking get. Of course, everyone would usually just say the flag, right? Fucking who's that? Godzilla says, "Who's gonna say the USS flag?" Of course, that's like that's chalk. You know what I'm saying? That's like typical of what people would say. This is what I would get just because this motherfucker. Look at how much this motherfucker could go for.
Holy
wow!
See, Slash he knows what's up.
The OG fucking Kenner Superpowers cyborg figure.
Nice.
Wow.
This fucking thing, I saw it in a store once for $70 fucking bucks. It was like early 90s. And looking at what this motherfucker goes for these days, I was like, damn, I wish I would have wasted $70 on it back then.
Holy hell. Wow.
Yeah, this motherfucker is expensive.
Well, especially that one there because it doesn't have the peg popped out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, which one? This one?
The one that's 1800.
Okay. Yeah. But
Yeah, it's all solid.
yeah,
Up there.
that's my answer. I had a chance at that shit of over. Like I thought I would be overpaying for it back in the early '90s, but seeing how much it is now, nah.
Mine's totally different from all you guys, and it's not simple at all. It's I'd want a functional life-size version of the tumbler so that I could jump in my tank and run over other cars on the road and horrible people. So yeah.
Well, that's not a collectible, but
Sure it is. It'd be a one of a kind, damn it.
That's pretty cool, manliness. Yeah, I have a couple of Mega Supremes in the back. Unfortunately, like a lot of those Mega Supremes, the gears stopped working, and I've actually been taking it apart to try to figure out. But you would not believe all the freaking mini gears that are in there in the Mega Supreme figure. It's ridiculous. It's like a whole freaking big giant container filled with all his gears and shit. It's wow. It's a lot. And Soul Assassin, we were talking about that the other day with some of the Pokemon cards going up in price because people are looking for a lot of these newer cards. Some of them are reprints with Magic the Gathering and a few other ones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of these Pokemon cards right out of the pack, they're worth big money if you hit the right one. And that's why you get these people, they do these live streams where they're actually opening packs of cards to try to find that one major card that's worth thousands of dollars. I mean, they're doing that with a lot of shit across the board.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And I hear you, Johnny.
Like I said a couple weeks back, I was in GameStop on a Saturday, and they were lined up out the parking lot, and around the parking lot just to get Pokemon cards.
Yeah, the comic shop guy was telling me because a lot of those things are going for thousands of dollars. Those cards.
Yeah.
If you get like a really popular one or something that they're looking for, or I'm sorry, super rare one, they said the One Piece is even more than that. I seen One Piece cards going for like $8,000 to $10,000. Certain ones.
Dang.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I did think of something actually. Oh yeah, collectibles that I would want. It's a pair of them. It'd be the sisters from Arcane, Vi and Jinx, the Hot Toys one. I showed it a few months back.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, those definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, then he says he wants to run his fingers all over him.
No,
or at the very least, he wants to run Charles.
Sisters. That's what I said.
Charles, you want to run Charles' fingers all over him.
Charles?
I don't know anything about the Arcane, but I know a lot about the cosplayers from Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I revised that. I'd like to get the cosplayers life size there. And
yes.
Run my fingers all. Never mind. We're talking about toys today, damn it.
Yeah, Johnny. The only reason I know anything about that stuff because I don't even know how to word that. I used to have a daughter of that age when those things were coming out. I do not associate with it anymore. That have nothing to do with it. That's a whole different story that I just don't like getting into. A few people know it, but yeah, I got into those card games for that kid. Did a lot of things I didn't necessarily want to do, and then learned a lot more about it than I had ever planned on. So it is what it is. But does anybody else have anything before I get into my big giant expose slasher shifty? Trina, anybody?
No,
I
nothing for me tonight.
I got 3 videos, but I can hold one until next week because we've been playing catch up. We wasn't on last week, so let me put this in the chat here. Before we get to my video, I need to tell you this. You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I was at Target a couple weeks back, and because we're a couple weeks off, you'll never guess what I saw in the clearance section. I passed on it, but it was the red lion from Voltron, and it was only $15.
Oh wow!
That great big red lion, and I'm still kicking myself because I have no room for it because it was huge, and I don't really collect that stuff.
Yep.
But I should have got it.
Yeah, there's certain things I passed on too that I'm kicking myself for. But here it is.
page for you right now. Hey, this is a big shout out right now to Tommy. Hey, thanks for telling me about the clearanced out Acolyte figures. You said they were available at Ollie's, but I think you might have meant Ross because this is where I found this sucker at $5.99. I would have bought any of them I saw out there because this sucker right here, and actually any of the Jedis from this line, like I told you last week, would be great for customization. You just got to pop the head off and paint those yellow robes up, and you got yourself a custom Jedi. Nice stuff, especially for $5.99. So, hey, thanks for that, man. Also, Vinnie, big shout out to you for telling me about the Savage Land Charles Xavier being available at Target. I found the last one on the rack when I was out there on Saturday and immediately snatched them up. Big plus is there's no jizz on the helmet. Yeah, big selling point right there.
Hold on. Yet.
Oh my
So
god!
he's got a great head sculpt.
He's got the fingers to acquire it.
Yeah, suited body in the hover chair set, or I just might use this figure in the hover chair. I don't know. I got options now. I didn't think I was going to buy 2 Professor X figures in the last month, but stranger things have happened. Nice pickup. My X-Men collection is slowly taking off. Got 2 Xaviers, got a Rogue, got about 5 Wolverines, and I got this guy. I got him in a weird place. I found him Sunday morning sitting alone in my Walmart toy aisle. This was the only one they had, which is weird because they usually don't stock Marvel Legends, or they fly off the shelves, because the only ones I ever see are the MCU basics. Like I got 15 Chris Evans Captain America is over there right now. But yeah, I was surprised to see this, and I immediately tossed him in the cart. And this is what I've been wanting. The classic colors comes with an extra head, extra hands, and that's that sweet little giant size X-Men comic. This wave has comics with every one of the figures it comes with. Yeah, I hope they continue that. That's a nice little giveaway there. But yeah, cool stuff. Banshee, Professor X. Yeah, my X-Men roster is taking off. Cool stuff. Hey, what's going on? It's pickup video number 1.
Very cool, man.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
but
going on,
I-
Daytona?
What's up?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
Hey, Daytona.
I'm kicking myself for buying that at Walmart because I saw it over at Target. I may just go back and try to find it at Target because, you know, when they have those Target Circle sales, I can return them and get about half the money back. So I want to go back and check.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I did have I got a toy hack video and a slight comparison.
Oh.
But, this was a super simple one. So for those who do have the Max Fleischer Superman, there was something that was missing on the original one.
Really?
And before you design its own toys, and I help it create it. Today I want to do a little bit of a toy hack and a comparison. So first off, here is the Max Fleischer Superman, and you can notice that now he has a black belt he was supposed to have. All I used was the black Sharpie marker, or paint marker, essentially what this is. It has like a little bit of, I think, a ball thing in here, but yeah, I got this at Walmart. It's a black and white when they come together. This is pretty cheap. This is like $3 or $4. Also, I got it for artwork, really, but it does work on toys as well. You just need to let it dry. But yeah, even on that kind of rubbery plastic, it holds very well. So there you go. And also, this is a bit of a comparison because they do have the Kingdom Come Superman, and these are the same exact figure, except for the paint application and the head sculpt. Everything else is exactly the same. The boots, all the way, yeah, the feet to the waist are the same. Like I said, you're gonna have to paint the belt, and the chest S symbol is different in the head. That's it. Pretty much so. He's probably gonna stay in package. But yeah, other than that, Still pretty cool. And like I said, we have a bit of a toy hack. Remember, this is the black Sharpie paint marker. You get it at Walmart. I believe Target also sells them. So check your stores. Very good for a quick fix with the black paint on figures. And the wrist pegs, these are actually, they go all the way blue. And as you can see here, those look like he's got weird lumps coming out of his wrist. But that's how they chose to do the ball joints there. Still a cool looking figure. I know a lot of people were complaining about the face. I think it's okay for what it is. It's not exactly Ross, but it's kind of close enough. It almost looks kind of pudgy. And they didn't paint his the grays on the sides of his head by his temples there. They didn't do that. Still pretty awesome. I think that's probably the best Superman body that they ever made. And I understand why he's using it like 50 times now before he loses the license. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out all my cool comic books. And what's this beside him? Oh no, Mino and Superman.
Oh,
and
cool.
Bizarro.
He looked awesome.
Yes.
He does.
It was one sitting in Walmart, one by himself in the aisle where Todd used to have his stuff. So I don't know what miracle happened there, because all I've seen in those stores are the collector's ones, and they're over by the NECA stuff. So this was awesome to see there. And I'm like, I'm getting them.
Is there a variant to him?
He is actually the variant. So the Superman that they re-released, the original figure, they re-released them and gave him the cloth cape and all that. This is the same exact body mold, but because it's kind of like weird proportions, it's perfect for Bizarro. So they just gave him a new head.
Oh, but there's no two Bizarros. Like they didn't give him one. They didn't make one where the like how they sometimes they make them where the costume's more it's like purple kind of.
From what I understand, no. This is the only one, but there is another Superman out that has the same body as the Kingdom Come one and the Max Fleischer one. It's called Stranger Lives of Superman, and he has a lion head and lion hands. He comes with a regular head and regular hands, and he comes with a head that looks like he's got a giant tumor instead of hair. Like it's like what's his name? The leader from
the Hulk.
Yeah, he's got a head like that. I don't know what that is all about, but yeah, very, very strange. And the suit is different. So, or the color rather. So you see that he's got this, like a darker, nice kind of blue. The other one's more like almost like that purpley kind of blue. But yeah, so I only saw a video of that or something online. I never saw it in stores. I didn't even know about it. But apparently it's some kind of collector's edition thing or whatever, since it has all the alternate parts there. But,
there's an older Bizarro, and he has a face, and it looks just like Gray Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it looking any good?
Not really.
Well, this one looked great. Like I said, even like the way they have it in the package with like the pigeon toe thing going on there, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect.
And it's like zombie, because I always see them do Bizarro two different ways. Like one where they make him all like zombie looking, kind of like almost like Grundy-ish.
Yeah.
And then they do the version of him where he's made out of glass.
Right.
This is the zombie version, right?
Sorta. His face is very angular.
Yeah.
But I thought they did a great job. Really cool looking.
Work is proportional.
And what's going on, anti-derivative Jill? What's up?
What's up, Jill?
Good to see you.
Hey, Jill.
Hey.
What I like is that he comes with the sign as well.
The number one.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Okay, first of all, great job on repainting the belt.
Oh,
and
thanks.
and then this pickup, this Bizarro Superman. I am so jealous of you right now. That is amazing.
If I run into another one, I'll let you know.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, this was right after that signing, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely getting him." Like,
yeah,
I had the cash in pocket and everything. I'm like, "Yeah, pulling the trigger on."
Wonky, so it works for Bizarro. So there you go. They are in pretty good scale as well. Hey, everybody.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, what was that?
If you see the Batman Year One, you need to snatch that up. Sell it on eBay because everybody is looking for that sucker. I've only seen people in Georgia and Michigan so far that's found it. But it's supposedly it's popping in and out on Walmart.com, and I ordered 2 last weekend, right? And by Wednesday they canceled my order. They canceled everybody's order that tried to order last week.
The one with the Reaper hook thing? And the
No, that's Batman Year. That's Batman Year 2.
Which one's
there's
Year
a Batman Year 1 of Batman, and there's a Commissioner Gordon of Year 1, and they're exclusive to Walmart. And they'll be in the electronics section if you can find them. Everybody's looking for them because that's the one that sold out before they even said it was live to be pre-ordered. So it's now popping up in stores. So
yeah, Year 2 is the one Tord did, Vinny.
Oh, right. Okay, I looked it up. Gotcha.
I need to get back to this real quick from Soul Assassin. He was saying, Vinny, when you handle a Superman figure, you attempted to do the Superman announcer voice. And yes, I can answer for him, Soul Assassin. Yes, he faster than a speeding cannoli, able to jump over tall mozzarella sticks in a single bound. Yeah, he does.
Not okay.
You son of a bitch.
Belonged to you, sir.
And also with you. Apparently, there is also a black and white platinum version of that Batman Year 1.
Yeah, and I was worried. I was worried when I ordered my 2 last weekend that they were going to send me that one, and I don't want that one. I want the regular one.
Right. Wow. So yeah, I have not seen these. And the Gordon is just it's just a repaint of Constantine.
Yeah.
The one that Trina and I have.
Yeah. Oh.
Are we talking about someone else?
Oh,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, that was good. I gotta ask, Slasher, do you have anything this week or no?
Yeah, but I could go last if everyone wants to get their stuff out of the way.
Okay, well, I've got a big long expose coming up. That's why I was trying to get everybody to get some of their stuff in first. If you want to wait, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. All right, so right before I start my expose, once again, guys, if you can, I know the link has been shared a few times in the chat.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Greetings, everyone. It is I, Dark Helmet of the Guinea Pig Collective. Anybody who shares the link out, we will be posting it sporadically throughout this live stream. Please share it out if you can.
Stripe here. We would absolutely love to be able to sell these and make money that way instead of running a Go Grift Me. I know that seems to be the preferred method for everybody else, but the Guinea Pig Collective likes to earn things the old-fashioned way. And of course, it is I, Barnes, of the Guinea Pig Collective. All the money goes to helping feed us because we are a hungry bunch of sots. Please help out in any way you can by sharing. We would greatly appreciate it. Indy here of the Guinea Pig Collective as well. Many more items will be sold as we try to attempt to right the sinking ship, which has been our finances for the past 2.5 years, almost 3 at this point, thanks to politicians who are greedy and don't give a shit about us. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you could pass the word along for us.
So there's that. Some more stuff going on eBay as we're trying to rate everything. The financial struggles are real, especially when, unfortunately, the wife has been out of work for so long. And my fixed income just barely holds everything together. So, if you can go ahead and share the links. I know some people had posted them earlier. Guys, if you could find those in the chat, I really should have pinned them and everything. But I'm trying to do a few different things at once, and my internet is kind of hokey. If I can find it again, I'll repin it and share my link out there. I know Trina had posted it, and I believe it was Gap that posted it as well. Johnny says, read recently Bruce Willis and Michael J. Fox did a lot of coke in the 80s. I wouldn't be surprised. Everybody in the 80s was doing coke. Yep. But we're going to get into my expose. This is going to be a long one. We're going to stop in between ever so briefly and talk about everything that I'm showing on. But we are talking about cotton. Where you at, cotton? Get that big tall boy glass out. Matter of fact, you better get one of those old school Slurpee cups out, because this time talk some Transformers, my friend.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Greetings, everyone. It is I, Dark Helmet of the Guinea Pig Collective, the sci-fi and Transformers pig. Today we'll be discussing a franchise that has had a lot of longevity, one that we have talked about numerously in the past. We will be talking about G1 Transformers, its history, its origins, including Diaclone and Microchange, which was created by Takara of Japan. The origins for the Transformers may not start where you think that it would. So at one point, Hasbro had licensed off G.I. Joe figures to Takara. However, combat soldiers, especially so close after World War II, did not sell very well in Japan. So Takara wound up changing these figures over a few different times. The first time they created superhero-looking figures, which did okay for a little while. But then Takara made big changes. They produced figures based on Japanese live-action sci-fi TV shows using what was called the Combat Joe body. It was licensed by Hasbro through the G.I. Joe brand in 1971. Now, in 72, they made changes and they reformatted the figure to stand out more, now with a clear plastic body and an engine at the center of its chest. The engine was actually based off of a motorcycle plastic model kit. Well, they dubbed this new creation the Henshin Cyborg. This continued for a few years with accessories, but in 1974, they scaled down the size from the traditional 8 and 12-inch figures that they were producing to a 3.75-inch figure. Thus, they created a new line dubbed Microman. The Microman figures were marketed as being the actual size of cyborg beings, called Micros, that hailed from a fictional planet known as Micro-Earth. And they disguised themselves, remember that, as action figures, while they were on planet Earth. So while this new creation was gaining traction, they continued producing the 8 and 12-inch figures. But this eventually, of course, ended. Not only were these new toys smaller, taking up less space on the shelves, but they were also less expensive, both to manufacture and for the consumer. No doubt the rising cost of petroleum probably also lended a hand in this decision.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Well done, Tommy.
I like those Microman toys. They look awesome.
Well, don't say well done yet, because it's going to be going on for a while. But the Microman line started off with licensing from Hasbro, of all companies, licensing off those big 12-inch figures that Hasbro was originally making. And I wind up getting into some more of the history and the backstory of Microman first, because this is where, like, most people don't even realize, this is where Transformers starts. The whole idea that these are beings in disguise kind of leads into what eventually would be the Transformers, disguised beings. And I think a lot of people just slept on that fact, that was sitting there right in front of their faces the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any questions before I move on to the next part?
No.
No.
You're very thorough.
I try to be. And this is why I put Helmet in charge, because Helmet's a little bit more thorough than I am. Guys, here we go. Part 2 of our origin history of the Transformers.
We now return to the Transformers.
So the new Microman series, while being dwarfed by its predecessor's size, made up in posability, articulation, that was not found in toys at that time. So along with this greater articulation, and Microman was smaller, this enabled Takara to take their toys to new heights with many more accessories, play sets, jetpacks, mini helicopters that had a zip pool that actually allowed them to fly. There were motorcycles and mini cars. They all found their way into this ever-expanding Microman line, giving their creation limitless playability and repeat purchases. The Microman figures themselves were also varied with many different colors and designs, from the traditional humanoid body to the robotic, and what I like to dub the Night series. These brought the toys back to a slightly larger scale. Now, one of the changes that allowed the Night series to be created was the joints on a new series of Microman figures that were magnetic. This allowed the arms, the legs, the torso, the head to all be detached. This, above all, I think is the beginning of the Transformers. Now, remember the backstory of the Microman line? It wasn't that they were disguised. Now they had the ability to change in a small but soon-to-be important way. The Microman series was eventually licensed to Mego, the Mego Corporation, from 1976 to 1980, and now dubbed the Micronauts in the United States. Mego, yeah, that's right, that same company that had made all those great movie and TV show 8-inch action dolls, now they had Micromen as Micronauts. And it blew up for Mego. Now they had small action toys in the US that rivaled many other companies. Now, getting back to the series, this would take the next step and would eventually become the Transformers. Legs, arms, head, all attached via magnetic joints. It could be reassembled however you chose. What truly made them different was the horses. The horses actually came apart in many different shapes, creating not only centaurs and robotic horses that were almost assault platforms, but anything that you chose to create them to.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
So the one thing I wish I would have did right there is I wish I would have put a picture up of the Night series horses and all the different shapes they could have, because I had the one Baron Kaza and his black horse. It came as like a double set, and you could actually take the legs off the horse and you could put wheels on there. Or there was a few other attachments. I think it made it with like maybe treads or something like that. There was a few different attachments you could put on these horses, and they had firing missile weapons that you could actually put into the side joints of the horse and everything. There was a whole bunch of things you could do with these things. And the same thing with Baron Kaza. You could take off his body and you would put the top of his body on top of the horse, where you take the horse's head off and you create a centaur. Like, these are the first, I think, steps towards becoming truly transforming. Even though these were part swapping, these are transforming figures.
Okay, what's the thing that was hurling those fucking things at the cat? Because that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, it was one of the weapon systems.
Hey, you want to piss off your cat? Buy this toy. You'll torment that little motherfucker for days. Like, throwing shit. The cat was like getting pissed off too. That's fucked up that they did that for that commercial.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
That cat was legit getting pissed.
Yeah, it was scared. It was pissed. And it's like, this is fun for the whole family.
But not this little fucker over here.
I'm sure if you had something like that wouldn't seriously injure, you'd be hurling objects at the cat too, Trina, and giggling hysterically.
So Mego, I guess they had the patent for the magnet technology that they were using on the those figures.
No. Takara, that was all
Takara.
Yeah,
Man,
so Takara licensed it. They licensed it to Mego to to sell here in the U.S. because
Takara
didn't really have.
Takara
didn't have like an inroad to the U.S. as far as selling toys. A lot of times they had to go through other companies. What's Slasher?
Takara made video games too. You know that, Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
what's going on, the Andy Masterson? Sorry guys. I wanted to say hi.
Andy
Masterson in the chat. Like the knots are awesome. Go ahead, Shifty.
If Kenner had the patent to do the magnet stuff, man, they could have done a whole line of build your own droids back in the 80s, and that would have been awesome.
Well, they did have the Droid Factory.
Yeah,
I have that.
Yeah,
I have the Droid Factory.
Huh.
You could build a couple different styles of droids. Like it was only limited by the parts you had in your imagination, but I still have my Droid Factory. It came with these. Do you remember the little white plastic double-ended pegs that they had for some of the play sets for Star Wars figures? So you'd put them in the bottom of their feet to stand them. That's what they had in there for joints to put a lot of these pieces together in the robot, the robot playset.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a Terminator factory too for the original Terminator figures. It was just the endoskeleton, and then you put the skeleton in the thing, and it looks like a clay clay thing of Arnold over the Terminator. But it was still cool for what it was.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, are we ready for part 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Some more history because it doesn't end just yet. Helmet likes to be thorough about these things, and I commend that pig all day long.
We now return to the Transformers.
Eventually, this would also find its way into some of the vehicles that they had, where the vehicles would have ever so slight transformations from a motorcycle to maybe a helicopter or to an assault pack. This, I really truly believe, is the beginning of the Transformers. The beginning of transforming a toy was truly born here. This in turn would lead to designs made with standard Microman vehicles that were able to change to a small degree. At this time, giant robots and robot-like heroes were on the scene. Ultraman is a prime example. This in turn led to robots that Microman figures would pilot, and of course, in turn would lead to those robots being able to change to a certain extent. From these beginnings, the first real Transformer began to appear, with Diaclone and with a subset of the Microman series dubbed Microchange. Now, the Microchange line consisted mostly of what was coined as the penny racer style cars that are super deformed vehicles having a pullback spring action and a slot towards the back to place a coin. So when pulled back with a coin inserted, the vehicle would do tricks, mostly wheelies. Also in the line were everyday objects, micro sets, camera, wristwatches, binoculars, locks, and a few different guns as well. A flashlight, a microscope, and of course, a mini cassette recorder. They also had what would wind up being the Omnibots and the Power Dashers as well, as what was later dubbed Topspin and Twin Twist, the Jump Starters. At the same time, they also had another line start off that had much smaller figures, very similar to the Microman figures, 10 centimeter tall figures with their magnetic feet were the controlling force behind the vehicles, which were transforming or changing robotic combat armor. Now, initially, the Diaclone series consisted of primarily fantasy-style vehicles and playsets, which did go for a couple years, but began to wear off fairly quickly. Now, while everything else had seen a reduction in size, some of these Diaclone toys were actually quite huge, 12 inches and beyond.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole lot to unpack with this stuff.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm just amazed to see how cool some of those toys were from Japan. I mean, that one where they loaded up all those little guys and they were on the the treadmill and it went into the big robot. That was neat.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of cool stuff they're doing. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Yeah, usually most of the people I give wrenches on my channel. This way, hopefully, YouTube doesn't hit you as bad and suppress chats because they love to do that on my channel. I don't know why they hate me so much, but I am the most hated guinea pig online. Yeah, but some of the things that they were doing like early on with these lines, pretty amazing. I do have, so there was one of the guys that they were showing in there was like multiple little like mini futuristic jets and they formed together in a robot. It was 3 separate pieces. I actually have a knockoff of that was made in like Korea or something, but it looks just like the Diaclone toy, like exactly like it. So I don't know if it could be a possibility that maybe it's not a knockoff. Maybe it was done through a licensing agreement because you never know. Takara would do that with a lot of different companies that would license it off. So it would technically still be official.
Gap is asking if his holes take 12 inches. Is that what you want, Gap? Is that what you're asking? Does Gap want to get into the Diaclone? He wants to be a part of the Diaclone line.
You guys are killing me. Yeah, it is nonsense. It's no fun either. I mean, you're sitting there, we go on here to have some fun and talk about stuff that we enjoy, and then we got to put up with YouTube and they're censoring bullshit. Yeah. And everybody that's dropping links out there, especially Curtis, dropping everybody's link. Curtis, thank you so much. My man, always doing the dirty work that unfortunately the pig can't do with my crappy internet.
What was that giant robot? That one where the legs were like moving on their own?
Oh yeah, that's part of the Diaclone figures. I forget what his name is. Most of those they didn't have names per se, as they just had number assignments, and they did the same thing with Microchange. There was a lot of number assignments early on, and then later on they started giving names. And I kind of get into that when they get into what becomes Transformers. Yeah, really cool looking stuff. I know a number of years ago, they were talking about re-releasing some of those old Diaclone figures. I don't remember if they ever did it or not, but just amazing shit that Takara did. I mean, everybody always gives all the props to Hasbro, and don't get me wrong, their choice of going to Marvel and having Marvel with Jim Shooter and Bob Budiansky and some of the other people that were working on it ever so briefly, the work that they did to create the packaging, the bios, and the backstory and everything truly was amazing and really is what made Transformers what it was. But if it wasn't for Takara and their amazing engineering, this toy line would have never happened. And what's going on? Dega Outlaw in the house. What's going on?
What's up, Doc?
What's up, man?
Yeah, don't forget to drop your own link in here. Everybody gets to drop their own link. I don't complain about that stuff.
That set for the commercial, that looks like it would be like an awesome thing for Godzilla. Someone in a Godzilla suit to stomp all over.
Nice.
But
that robot right there, that giant robot is fucking awesome.
Well, I got a few more to show off here before it actually really turns into fully a Transformer discussion, because it's still history and origins. So there's one more with all these cool-looking robots from Takara before they ever became Transformers, and we're going for that right now.
We now return to the Transformers.
Much larger figures than what they were doing with Microman. Some of these were almost the size of playsets. Now, the Diaclone line did do very well. And with that, they wound up leaning into things that were not fantasy created, but were actually everyday cars and vehicles, which of course is where everything Hasbro had taken to put into the first 3 waves of Transformers. Because don't forget, even in 1986, we seen some of those Diaclone toys that didn't make it into the first couple waves wind up appearing in 1986. Figures like Ultra Magnus. How much of this did you know about the Transformers series, starting off as fantasy changing robots, some of them almost being parts formers, to eventually what they became as marvels of engineering and the amazing work that Takara had put into creating this line of toys. It truly was astounding what they were able to do at the time. Hasbro did very well when they remarketed and rebranded these things as sentient robots, no longer just mech suits. This is why a lot of figures like Ironhide and Ratchet received so much grief over the years, because everyone thought that they were robots like they were in the cartoons and in the comic books. They were not. They were originally designed as mech suits along with every other single Transformer that was out there. And also another interesting fact for many of you Transformers fans that you might not know is the jets, what became the Seeker jets, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and later on Ramjet, Thrust, and Dirge, were not considered bad guys. They were part of the Earth Force originally, and the invading force were robotic insects, which, of course, would be released in '85 as the original Insecticons. Now, while Transformers took off and did very well, initially Takara did not follow suit, and they did not do cross-branding. They were still producing Diaclone and Microchange at first, but once they seen how well Transformers doing and how much more in sales that they could get by a unified line, they eventually changed their packaging.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Amazing. Is there any more to this?
Oh, there's a lot more.
Awesome. I'm loving it. I love how this is like you've gone from like the genesis of like how this all began to the Transformers we have today. This is brilliant. You've done a magnificent job.
Yeah.
I can't take all the credit. We got to give credit where credit is due, and it's all Helmet. It's all Helmet. Dark Helmet he's a driving force behind this channel right now.
Yep, I talked to Helmet before Tommy even started this, and I'm like, yeah, you got to hear him out. Tommy was like refusing. He's like, no, he was being a shithead today. I'm like, but you got to listen to him. He's got a great series here.
Hey, J-Man.
Hey,
what's up, J-Man? Yeah, cartoon to comic was very different. Absolutely. All the way around, too, especially when you're talking about the differences between the Japanese version and the American version. Like, huge difference. Headmasters, Master Force, like crazy stuff, man. Absolutely true. I got 6 more hours of this.
Tommy's going to have a Netflix series before we're done.
Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, Origins to Guns, right? Yeah, the train bots. Like I seen everything you guys are talking about in there too. Like Johnny Law's talking about the soundtrack of the 86 movie, 86, not 84. Yeah, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Had Hot Rod, Not Rodmus. And initially, same thing. Train bots, which they recently started doing train bots as like Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Amazing looking, but they're like $150 a train to be able to form that freaking Raiden. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have that kind of money for that shit. Amazing, though.
Yeah.
12 hours of VHS. Yeah, it's big. It's huge because each one of those trains, if they're 150, I mean, they're sitting at like commander class levels. So that would have to be a huge figure. I mean, I would think a minimum of probably 3 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I saw somebody reviewing them. Like, he was getting some of them, but I don't think he was able to. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, he had like, I think 2 or 3 of them. And yeah, they are massive. So, shit. How do they even engineer something like that?
That's just Takara, man. I mean, you think about all the amazing figures in his first I mean, I've really up to the third wave when they started releasing like Ultra Magnus and a few of the other ones. I mean, that was all Takara. That was all Takara's doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, well, I'm going to get into a little bit more of that in the rest of the clips that I have, because I still have more clips missed out in Scorpnock. Yeah. I think they re-released them, I think. I think it's a 24-inch rated figure. It's got to be bigger than 24-inch because each figure is $150, and I thought each figure was like over 10 or 11 inches.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah, they're about a foot long each of them.
Yeah, it's got to be over 24.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you mean when it was originally on the shelf, it was $150? You mean?
No, I'm talking about the new re-releases that they.
Okay.
They're releasing a train like every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a piece of them, and yeah. Each one of them they're about 10 inches to 12 inches long.
And they're $150 a piece.
Yeah, and they form together to make this giant, massive robot.
Sounds cool.
Very cool, James.
Really expensive.
Very cool. Yep. Is indeed. So let's go ahead and get into the next part. We are winding it down. I do still have a few more of these, but Trina, we are getting close to the end. We're just passing the halfway mark.
Oh, I'm loving this. This is great.
All right, here we go.
We now return to the Transformers.
While they were still doing this, some figures were being created under Diaclone that had not arrived in the US. We're talking combiner teams such as Constructicons created under the Diaclone line, as well as characters such as Perceptor and Ultra Magnus, which were already present as well. Eventually, of course, these all made their way into the Transformers line. Now, there were some toys that Diaclone and Microchange both created that never made their way officially into the Transformers universe in the US, but some of them, such as the Browning gun, did. Granted, he only made it in the Japanese version of the Transformers, and it wasn't until the Godmaster series that he finally did show up. So when we were talking about the mail-away figures earlier, we do have a few shots of some of those early Power Dashers right here. Pretty interesting. A lot of people thought that these were created by Hasbro. No, these were already Takara creations that Hasbro just imported as mail-away figures. Of course, there was also the Omnibots, and of course, what would become the Jump Starters that I did mention, and there you go with their original colors, which Hasbro smartly did release in some of those Diaclone colors in more modern waves of figures. There was also a few others like the train sets by Takara, which never made it into Transformers initially. These were Japan exclusives. There were quite a few Japanese exclusive Transformers that were out there, but these bullet trains did recently make their way into Hasbro Pulse exclusives, and they are pretty large figures, and I believe they were going for somewhere around $150 a train, and made a big, giant combiner robot. Takara had made multiple different train sets like this, which Hasbro decided not to import because I guess they just did not feel that it was going to sell very well in the United States. In 1982, Takara had started developing a new line. Gone were all those fantasy robots and vehicles, and these were all replaced by more realistic cars, and this line was known as the Robo Car Series, or Car Robot Series. The line did very, very well in Japan, and they tried to market them in the US under Diacron. This unfortunately did not do very well at all. I don't know if the timing was off, but they just did not sell. Now, Guinea Toys did sell them in other places and did fairly well, but just not in the US.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
But these commercials are awesome. They do them all like Godzilla movies.
Yeah. It's rad.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, when I was doing these things, I had to have stuff like that in the background. There was a few more that I wanted to get. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time to incorporate every single commercial that I wanted to put in there. And it is really a pain in the ass to find these old videos that are in decent enough shape that you can partially clean up with the software, at least that I have, to at least make it presentable. Because some of them are so bad, it looks like static lines. And like Tree Rock, restoring and archiving the past. And I know he's doing that as well. He's doing a restoration of old commercials and everything. Nice. Be sure to put your link in the chat, Tree Rock. And anybody else is out there, if you don't have a link, ask somebody that does to drop your link. Does Tree Rock even? Oh my God, Tree Rock does not have a damn moderator button. Son of a bitch. Well, that's corrected, sir. That is corrected. You do now, so you could drop your link in the chat. But we still have a few more, Trina. A few more. If you're enjoying this, we're getting close to the end, though. We're almost at the end. This is why I said there was going to be a huge segment of the show that was going to be all Transformers, because there was just so many clips that I had prepared for this. There was a lot more that I actually dropped on the cutting room floor because it became too much. I wasn't going to be sitting up here with 10 clip videos. It would have been just way too much time. We would have ran the show for 5 hours at that point.
You should you should put them all together anyway and release them by themselves like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I release them by themselves, or should I just put them all together as one video?
No, that's what I meant. Yeah, outside of the toy stream. Yeah, get them all together, put like one big kind of video. Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you did a ton of work here, man.
Yep. I mean, if you did do them separately, you could have a series of videos. That would be cool too.
Yep.
Or you could just do a playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it'd probably be easier to put them up as a big long video, just because it's going to take so long even to upload individuals. That it would probably take me less time to upload it as a single video. Sad to say.
Yeah, you definitely should. Definitely. You put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, it's brilliant and beautiful. The presentation, everything's kick-ass.
Yep.
Once again, all praise and all thanks goes to Dark Helmet. The sci-fi and Transformers big. But here we go with the last of our two parts. We are winding this one down. Here we go.
We now return to the Transformers.
There was not enough behind them to actually get people interested enough to buy them. Takara really wanted that US market share. They weren't sure what they were going to do. And things looked bad until 1983. It was at the 1983 Tokyo Toy Show that Takara's old partner, Doring Henshin's Cyborg, Hasbro, had seen the microchange in the Car Robot series, and they wanted to license them, but decided that a partnership would work much better. A partnership that would see both Takara and Hasbro be able to make money off of these wonderfully engineered toys that changed into realistic everyday cars. So Hasbro did the only thing that they knew to do. Let's create a backstory, something that's going to be more interesting than just big giant mech suits. Let's create characters that are sentient. So they've reached out to Marvel, and Marvel, with Jim Shooter and Bob Budiansky, created all the backstories, all the names, all the bios, everything that you remember on the packaging of those original Transformers that came from those guys, and of course, the incredible artists that brought these things to life on the front of the packages. The Dinobots, who did not show until 85, were also part of the Diaclone series. Most people forget about that as well. But there we go with our Dinobots. The only thing different is they had blue waists, and a few of the colors were lighter, but other than that, they were pretty much the same as what wound up being released in the US, other than that they changed everything that was blue to red. And of course, the original Constructicons came in two different colors. They came in a yellow and they came in an orange color. Later on in the G2 line, they re-released them in those colors. And then here we go with some of the pictures of those original micro-change line figures. All the ones you remember, well, all except Bumper. Bumper was never officially released, but he was accidentally released. Megatron was known as the Walter P-38 uncle. Blaster, who was an actual working radio. Cassette Man, who of course would become Soundwave. And of course some of his cassettes, including Condor, which wound up becoming Laserbeak, and Ravage, who was Jaguar. And here we go with the original Perceptor, the Insecticons, in red instead of what was known in the Transformers series as that purple look.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Very
So
cool.
to see that.
That's cool, J-Man. He pre-ordered the re-release of Scorponok and put it up against Fortune Maximus. Very nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not care for those at all, Johnny. And I know some people like them, but I couldn't stand them. Yeah, J-Man, I could, but the problem is my internet is so horrible that that's what I was saying. It would probably take me 10 times longer to upload even short 3-minute individual videos. Or even if I stretched them out to 4 minutes, it would probably take me a lot longer to upload that as opposed to just uploading one big video. What I am doing, though, is I am building a bunch of videos up for release so I can actually have a little bit more consistency again on my channel. But the problem is I've had so many health issues over the past couple months that I usually just don't have the time in between preparing for this toy show and everything else to actually be able to create regular videos to upload on the channel. I mean, that's what's been holding me back. The internet here is horrible. And like Curtis had mentioned earlier, he's seen a CenturyLink pop up near him where they're building one, and he wonders if he gets some Molotov cocktails. Absolutely. In Minecraft, we're going to go ahead and stress that out. On Minecraft, it should absolutely be Molotov cocktails when it comes to CenturyLink. Appreciate that, Tree Rock. Thanks for resharing that. Guys, if you haven't, share that out. I would appreciate it. Every eye that I get on those sales right there helps us get a little bit closer to being able to take care of everything for the pigs this month. Because it's been horrendous for us for especially the past like 4 months. It's just been like off the hook, like insane, like scrambling every month. 5 minutes of Bumblebee was good. Yeah, and it wasn't even a full 5 minutes. It was just under 5 minutes. It's freaking horrible. Anything before I move on to the final segment for this?
Yeah, I really hope you get some fiber in your area at some point because you can upload stuff so quickly on that. I know that they're slowly expanding it, and hopefully it gets in your area at some point because that will do you wonders with your videos and stuff.
Yeah, Tom, you need some high fiber in that diet.
Yeah.
Well, I do have some dates, and I'm not that fiber. But no, yeah, I definitely could use that. It would actually help me tremendously. I mean, not only just being able to upload videos and stuff like that, but every time I go to use my Wondershare, that's connected to the internet. And if the internet's crappy, that thing freaking glitches out on me. It takes 10 times longer to edit a video than it should. And then, of course, uploading for this stream, it sometimes takes me days just to upload everything that I've created. That doesn't include the creation process. So I could spend 3 to 4 days every freaking week just working on this toy show. And if I had fiber, it wouldn't happen if I had some good stable internet. But what are you going to do? This time our jokes and not made to be taken seriously. Don't be a candy ass. Thank you, Soul Assassin. Just had some applesauce. That helps my internet.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, good God. Oh, we're going to get into the last part of this. I really do hope that you guys, everybody out there is enjoying this. I had a lot of fun putting this together, even though it did take days off my life. And once again, thank you, Helmet, amazing pig. Here we go with our final segment on the history origins of the Transformers, including microchange and Diaclone.
We now return to the Transformers.
And one more shot of the back of a box with the Diaclone Dinobots. And here we go with our Omnibots, also from Diaclone. Very, very interesting to dig into the history of these figures. Now, this is one that I always wished would have made it into the US Transformers. The Browning. Enjoy this commercial. And now we are going to get into honorable mentions. Of course, one of the first in the honorable mentions was Bumble Jumper, who later on just became known as Bumper. Bumper did get released on a few Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper cards, but was never supposed to be released. A few of the other ones that were in the original Microchange series that I'm going to be showing off right here, ones that never made it, like the 44 Magnum pistol. Very cool, would have made a great second in charge underneath Megatron. We also have the binocular guy, a very interesting character, not super well designed, but interesting idea nonetheless. We also had two different versions of locks, so a standard lock and a combination lock. Then we also had Flashlight. Yeah, this Flashlight guy. So interesting, different. I can understand why it didn't make it into the Transformers. But this is our rundown of the G1 Transformers history and origins, including Diaclone and Microchange with me, Dark Helmet. We here at the Guinea Pig Collective hope that you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Oh, sweet.
I forgot about those watches. I remember those.
Yeah. I had shown mine off a while ago, and the funny thing is the one they show in the commercial is the exact same one that I have. It's the silver chromed one because they came in a bunch of different colors, but I have the silver chromed one.
Yeah, I remember they were different colors.
Those were so cool. Those commercials were awesome. They're like mini movies.
Yeah.
Did you see Jackie Chan was in them too?
Yeah, the camera was released as a mail away. Come on, I know somebody in here knows the camera's name.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Damn it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know them. The three of them.
Think about multiple mirrors.
Oh. Mirrors. Why can't I think of it?
Reflector.
Reflect. That's it. Yes.
J-Man got it.
Yeah, there we go. Godzillionaire as well. Hell yeah. Dirty Harry Tron. I always loved that 44 Magnum. I wish I would have got it. Another interesting fact with a lot of these things. Now, so before he was the Walter P-38, he was just like labeled numbers like, I think it was like D12 or something like that. And he actually, the original Megatron, so if you had an original Megatron from the G1, you'll hear a clicking sound when you pull the trigger. That's because those original toys from Takara fired plastic pellets. And they also used to came with little stand-up figures, like little robot figures that sat on a little plastic base that you would shoot with your plastic pellet firing gun. The Browning was the same way. He had firing pellets, and he came with a few other accessories as well. Like Megatron came with this big, crazy ass chromed out sword or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the original one didn't have like the scope and the stock extension and everything like that. But like really interesting look at that. And I know who was it? It was Godzillionaire was talking about the blue Japanese G1 version looks better than the red Diaclone version. You talking about Are you talking about the Megatron, or are you talking about Browning? Because I know there was a Browning that was released in blue, but he was like a eHobby exclusive or something like that. He was actually an exclusive to like a Comic-Con or something. Appreciate that.
Back then, that sucks.
Yeah, they were doing that stuff even back then. They had a Comic-Con exclusive of Megatron, so instead of red on the inside of the legs, he had blue, and he came in, I think it was black and brown or something to that nature. And he wasn't called Megatron, he was called Megaplex, but he was released at a Comic-Con as well.
Holy crap.
They also did a re-release of Skids, the little blue Honda Civic.
Okay.
Fastback or, van.
Mm-hmm.
They did a different version of him, which they released a few years ago in the Legacy or Legacy United, called Crosscut. That was an eHobby exclusive as well at one of those Comic-Cons.
Wow. That's wild.
What's up, Angel One?
What's up?
Hi, Angel One.
What up, Angel One?
Were you ever able to get your hands on any of those exclusives?
Back then, no, I didn't have the money to travel out to any of those things. So most of those cons were either in California or way down in Florida, and that was like Jersey.
Did you ever try to track them down like after the fact?
No, I mean, because it was years before you see like online purchases from across the country. So that means you literally had to find like somebody selling it close to you. It wasn't like
right.
Hey, I know somebody in California selling that right now. I'm saying, nah, it didn't work like that back then, unfortunately.
No, I know. But I mean, like when the internet started, eBay and all that shit. But yeah,
by
that
then
point,
the
I guess
prices for them, yeah.
They're already an arm and a leg.
Daytona says his first Transformer was the OG Megatron P-38. Broke the barrel off when I took it outside and slipped on the ice. Best and worst Christmas ever.
Hey, that sounds a lot like a Christmas Story.
Yeah. You'll break your Megatron, kid.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, G-Man. Yeah, they did the red-legged version of Browning in I thought that was the Godmaster. Well, Master Force. Yeah, they were Godmasters and Master Force. Yeah, I did mention that, but they had a blue-legged version of Browning that was only available at like a con or something like that as an eHobby exclusive or something to that nature. Yeah. Well, that was it wasn't just really so much imports. That was American. Freaking soccer moms that got upset about
every toy gun. It could be the most realistic looking toy gun, and it would still have that orange piece at the fucking
manliness. I would get that checked out. I do. I heard they sell adult diapers just in case.
Hey, Tommy, did those Intertech guns? Those Intertech guns didn't have that yellow piece, though, did they?
They eventually changed the entire color of the Intertech guns.
They changed them into the Gotcha gun colors, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because the Gotcha guns were all loud neon colors.
Yeah, they were. What's going on, DVB? I wasn't allowed to have Megatron because he turned into a gun. Yeah.
What's up?
Awesome figure. I still got one. The one I got, I had to kind of piece together because so often Megatron winds up being broken unless you're paying an arm and a leg for an unbroken one on the secondary market. But I managed to get one with a box. Granted, somebody took a Sharpie to half the freaking box, but I've got him in the original styrofoam box with all his parts and everything. I think I had to repair the arm and the leg on it because they were both broken when they arrived. But after I repaired both of them, I got 100% Megatron complete now. So
awesome.
Yeah. Son of bitches. But yeah, there we go. History on the Transformers, the origins, Diaclone microchanged. I hope you all enjoyed that presentation.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
And
yeah. That was great.
I'm going to pass it off to my fellow toy collectors here, and they're going to continue the show. And I'm going to take a TV time out over here, guys.
Oh, who's got some stuff? Who do you want to show?
Shifty, you want to show your second video?
What do you hear? What do you say?
What?
I'm gonna have to pull it up. Hold on.
Yep.
Hey, be well, J-Man. Thanks for stopping in.
Later, J-Man.
Good night, J-Man.
Have a good one.
Later.
It's playing already. 1 second. Jeez.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Cups, and this is the Tour Rules or F Tour showcase. First up, one of the pre-orders I had.
Oh, you
picked
got
up
her.
this weekend. It's the Supergirl Page Punchers from DC Direct and Toward McFarlane, and some issues. You see the card down there? You see the card hidden back there? Why wasn't it put up here in the corner? Well, all that empty space. Well, what's the deal, Toward? Also, in the same area, you see the
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's Tard.
inner clamshell. Why is my inner clamshell crushed beyond repair when the outside is fine? How did that happen? What the F, Toward? And also,
It sounds like you're brokenhearted. You should send that figure to me, Stat.
so the head on that figure, resting B face. She looks angry. Some women do, but she's not supposed to. On the
Most
back
women
of the
do.
package, it shows the comic book that inspired this figure. What the F, Toward? Also, she has a nice looking body. So Toward rules with the bodies. They're cool. You got some new boot cuts on there. Nice skirt, nice color. But yeah, okay, you got some good things going on here, so it ain't a total loss. You got the sword, but wait a second, something's missing here. Something's missing. Wait, where's Crypto? You don't get Crypto. What? You got to spend $38 to get Crypto with that movie figure of Superman. You can't put it with Supergirl. But what the F, Toward? Also, check it out. I got Superman Page Punchers, DC Direct, and Toward McFarlane. Yeah, this is a Kingdom Come Superman, big beefy boy, nice body buck. It's going to look nice with the other 6 or 7 Superman figures I got from Toward. But that face looks nothing like Alex Ross's Superman figure. Look, they put the card in the right spot on here. What? And they didn't with the Supergirl. What the hell? But look at that. What the F, Toward? That looks like shit compared to the old Alex Ross DC Direct figures. They look. What the hell? It doesn't look anything like him. All the wrong wrinkles are accentuated, but not in the forehead and like there. It's just.
Yeah.
I don't know if a paint.
With all the reference that they have as well, there's really no reason for it not to look like it, because he painted him so many times in that book. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's.
If they would just elongate the chin, maybe it would look a lot closer to the art.
Yeah, I'm covering up the chin. The chin is the major problem. It's not shaped properly. It's almost.
It's got an old woman chin.
It's a what?
It looks like an old woman chin.
Yeah.
Like throw Mama from the train or something.
Yeah. I think it stands out more. I think because yours is his is looking upward. Mine is he's more facing down, so it doesn't look as bad. But yeah, when I saw him in the stores, there were a lot of different problems with the various ones. Like I was able to pick out a pretty good one. But yeah,
Trina's still laughing at fucking Mama Fratelli chin over here.
Oh my god!
What's going on, Frankie? The packing is retorted.
Yeah. It really is. I can't believe that with that Supergirl, it's all freaking dented in up there.
Tommy, ever since you said that about don't grab my chin. I absolutely see it, like, because my mother wore dentures, and when one time when she didn't wear them,
It's sunk in.
it's
I have a habit of just saying the obvious.
it's all I
Well,
can think about.
Look, he's supposed to be old, so I mean,
But not that old. Superman kept his teeth. I mean, it is. It's the bottom lip down. That's what really throws the whole thing
It's
off.
horrible. It's so. I'm actually very disappointed.
Yeah.
would fix that or not, but he didn't. They didn't even paint the side of the hair gray. That's going to have to be the first thing I do when I bust this out of the package. What the F, Tord, and also what the F, Shifty. You're just now getting a 66 Batman. What the F, Shifty? Why didn't you?
Time out. Look how great that sculpt is on his face.
Yeah.
That it is so perfect.
You know, you gotta stop sitting there talking about how great this Batman. Let's go back to Fix-A-Dent Superman.
No, that's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up. There's no excuse.
Bitter beer face Superman.
Yeah, there is no excuse for that thing not to look right.
Buy it when it was readily available last summer at Walmart. You had to pay $5 out of retail for this son of a gun. What the F, Shifty? Hey, what's going on in Shifty backward?
Like Shifty's yelling at himself.
I love it. Great Batman. Is that the one that I got, Adam, or is that a different one?
No, that's the same one.
No, it's the same one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that started it all for Adam.
Yeah.
He blames you, and then he blames the rest of us.
I passed that up so many times last year because I was like, no, Adam West isn't that built. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want it. And there was tons of them everywhere, and I passed it up so many times. And when he finally sold out and he became Tord of the Year, I was like, man, now I want it. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's wild.
Now I got one more video for later if we have enough time.
Yeah, I got a couple more I could show too.
Well, you know, I don't know, because Slasher did say he wanted to take up the end of the show to profess his love for Gaylord.
Tommy, you know, if I had a Gaylord, you would want to come over and play with it all the time.
Hey,
dude, Tommy, we be singing that song all over the Bronx.
Tommy, didn't you visit him and play with his Gaylord?
Gaylord looks very depressed too, man. I notice every time you show that commercial, you see his sunken in eyes, like he's been on really, really hard time. He looks like one of those fucking commercials with Sarah McLachlan singing in the background.
Yeah, the eyes of the angels there. I don't know who looked more depressed, that dog or the kids from that other commercial. Oh shit! Well, I saw this the same day as the Bizarro figure, so I was gonna get this, but I'm like, I only let myself do one figure that day, so I ended up putting this one back. But damn, did it look good!
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had him and Frankenstein.
That's really good. Silver screen.
How much are those?
I'll probably be picking that up.
15 or 16.
I didn't know they did these in black and white. I every time I see it, because they have those at my store. They're just all the color ones.
Oh wow! I never.
Yeah.
The Toonie Towers. Yeah, I never saw them in black and white.
Me neither. I'm interested in that.
Yeah,
oh, shit, a gray Adam Strange. I didn't see that. I know that they had the red
I
figure.
almost got him because I thought maybe I could. Yeah, the red one I saw all over the place, but
yeah, that's the
this
normal
Walmart
one.
had one. Yeah, he had one. They had one of this one. I was thinking of using him as like a custom if I did pick him up, but again, yeah, I preferred getting Bizarro, so I left this dude, but it still looked pretty good.
Yeah,
Edition.
it does.
I'm not familiar with this character. I mean, the body looks pretty good, but face looks goofy.
Yeah, his main face was
This
goofy.
is a pretty good surprise. Just
Yeah, there it is.
Bizarro.
Oh man, I love that.
Yeah, I love the metallic kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that before. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a damn good job with this.
Looks pretty good. Pretty good. From the boat.
Yeah, so there were those figures.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, we had like what 2 weeks worth of stuff pretty much that we had not shown. Let's see. Oh, if Papa Cotton's still around, I got something for him as well. Since he loves them Hot Wheels. I told Tommy about this, but yeah, here's that vending machine again that I saw at the mall. All the prices are insane on these things.
So I'm in the mall again. I'm looking at this vending machine for Hot Wheels. The prices are absolutely bananas. They do have Optimus Prime, but he is very expensive. He is going for $20.
Get the fuck out of here,
dude! It doesn't even come to trailer.
Exactly, and this one. He should be around the same price as the other ones, like $119, $125.
Yep.
Or if it's that other movie version ones, they'd be around $4 or $5. There's no reason this
they're
is $20.
usually sitting right around $350. So the Barricade one that I was talking about, that awesome person at Walmart rung up for $1 for me, they were sitting at $350. So all these Hot Wheels Transformer branded ones are sitting at about $350. That's what they're supposed to be sitting at. Damn sure not no $20.
$20 for a fucking Hot Wheel. The fuck out of here.
It's to pay for the location and the rental spot for the machine.
A hand better come out of that machine and jerk me off after it drops the fucking card out of the machine.
Good Lord.
Jesus. What the hell? It's crazy. He's supposed to be in regular stores for like $1.19 or $1.25, and they're charging $20 in this vending machine inside of the mall. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and they had this ass ugly Batmobile as well. I don't know what the hell it was from. That thing was also going for like $12 or $13 out of the vending machine. Like, no.
It didn't even say what it was from. It didn't say whether it was like Arkham or.
No, I would no. That I have no clue what the hell it was from.
I got something interesting in the chat. So we're going back and forth, and Johnny asked a few questions. I said no, I didn't have any, and he was saying he can't remember his name. And Trina said Hordak. And here's the thing, Hordak, he was not a part of the She-Ra franchise initially.
Yeah, Hordak was on a Masters of the Universe card.
Yeah. He was on the Masters of the Universe card. Even like the original figures when he was released, he was considered Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, him and all his goons were Masters of the Universe figures.
Yeah, but he only got included is because when Schreimer decided to do She-Ra, they already had the character of Hordak, and originally Hordak was supposed to be introduced to Masters of the Universe as a third-party antagonist. So you would have Skeletor and his motley crew. Then you would have Hordak and the Evil Horde, and then you would have He-Man and the Masters of the Universe fighting against both factions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since they had the She-Ra line that they were pushing in, they were going to come out with because figures like Teela and the Sorceress sold so well, they decided they're going to have a whole line for She-Ra. They needed a bad guy for it. That's what wound up happening to Hordak. But yeah, originally he wasn't even intended to be part of the She-Ra line.
Yep. I remember you saying that back a while ago.
Yeah, that's awesome though. He is such a great design though.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, Hordak came out great. They did a great job on She-Ra too.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. I think they're going to be doing a new one too for the Masterverse.
With Swiftwind.
Yeah. I don't know when those are supposed to come out, but yeah, they've been doing some really great stuff. So I hope it's before they make this price hike because Mattel could suck an egg.
It's gonna be after. It's gonna be inflated.
Sons of bitches. But I did see this one. I don't know, Tommy and I, we have the knockoff version we got a couple of years ago, which is still a really cool set. But these are the official ones, and I pulled the Tommy on this. I put it on another aisle. Maybe next time. He looked really good though.
Did you put it over in the Tyrannosaurus Rexile?
First time seeing this guy in the store.
No, that's a different store. If I brought it there, they'd call the cops for stealing. This is Here's the problem, because I know how expensive the 2-packs are going to be for these guys. They're going to be like $90 for the other ones. I'm like, I wasn't sold yet, because this guy is about 34 plus tax, and then they have what? It was the one other figure who was only 25.
Yeah, Bone Crusher is 25, and then they got the double pack with Long Haul and Hook, which is 89.
Yeah. And then there's what? They're releasing yet
They're going to release another double pack.
Uh-oh. I think Vinnie's internet is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he froze up. Yeah, from what I understand, so yeah, they released the first guy was Bone Crusher's 25. This guy was 35, and they're all roughly around the Voyager class, which is the most insane thing from Hasbro, and tells you how much they like to rip people off. So Bone Crusher is only slightly smaller in this guy. But they managed to put him in a deluxe box and sell him for 25. Scrapper just slightly taller than Bone Crusher. Oh yeah, he's Voyager 35. And then they take 2 Voyagers in Long Haul and Hook, put them in one box. Now, mind you, a Voyager sells at 35. Well, now they say for this 2-pack, it's $89. That's not really just like a spit in the face of the people that are trying to collect these things. I don't know what is, because there's no way, even with that little extra piece they put in there for Devastator, that shit should be coming up to $89.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. I don't understand these companies. Like they just want to hurt the fans, is what it looks like. That's why I didn't pull the trigger on them. I'm like, I'm debating whether I should end up going back or not and getting it.
Well, they're okay.
Amazing though.
Well, their reasoning for this, for making these fucking figures 30, 40 something bucks, is because it's like we've said many, many times before. These toys now, they're not made for children. They're made for us adults to be adult-sized children and fucking buy these things.
Basically.
So these are more collectibles than they are toys.
Yep.
The funny thing is that if you do look on a lot of their websites, they will say a lot of times collectible.
Not a toy. Some they say on some boxes of these things now. It says not a toy.
On NECA, I think it's NECA. It says 17 plus.
Oh shit!
I think.
Yeah. On the tours, it says a collectible, not a toy.
Yeah.
I think the Breaking Bad figures, the reaction Breaking Bad ones I have, it says not a toy.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, I know. It's Breaking Bad. I know. But then again, they also did sell RoboCop toys to children in the 80s. RoboCop and Rambo. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but
they sold Freddy mask. They sold Freddy mask gloves and fucking masks to kids in the 80s. And hey, Freddy Krueger, that fine, upstanding citizen that Freddy Krueger was in the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
If they do another remake, I think they're just going to make him a priest.
Robert England wants
shit.
Monsignor
Kruger. Oh god.
Monsignor Fred Kruger.
The origin story.
Robert England said he wants Kevin Bacon to be the new Freddy.
See, I just don't see that.
I don't either.
That's weird.
Aren't they the same fucking age?
Almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Bacon like kids?
What's that?
Does Bacon like kids?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie? Did you ever see that movie Sleepers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really liked kids in that movie.
Oh boy. Yeah. Is that when they came back and they killed him?
Yup.
Yeah.
Awesome scene. Awesome scene, that part.
Yeah.
I know you guys were talking earlier about the possibility of a He-Man movie. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. And quite honestly, I checked out even looking at it. Go ahead.
They're still doing
it's probably almost finished production. They've already started filming it way back. It's fully casted. Evil Lynn is the chick from Community. The brunette.
Allison Brie.
Yeah, you got Idris Elba's gonna be Man at Arms.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind seeing her running around. In
well, wait. Idris Elba is Man at Arms.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I saw photos of the guy who's playing He-Man in handcuffs with regular clothes on, and they're
he's got a pink shirt.
Yeah, so they completely fucked it up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a new take on it because He-Man's mother was from Earth, so they're probably
nobody wants that.
Yeah.
First of all, the old He-Man movie was fucking horrible, so why would I want to see a new He-Man movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jared Leto is Skeletor, so yeah.
And he's in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody who truly embodies Skeletor. Yeah, Jared Leto. Give me a break. I have no interest in it.
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna Keith Richards as Skeletor. That would be great.
Yeah. I if I was casting Skeletor, I would get Walton Goggins because he kind of looks like a Skeletor.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
He played the ghoul in that Fallout show.
Yeah,
good job there.
Yeah.
He also plays Uncle Baby Billy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's fantastic. But this movie got zero interest in. Zero. No, less than that. What does Tommy say? -10? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The pigs are fast asleep and they probably won't wake up at all. They've gone into hibernation. That's how bad the score level is on that.
Yep. These studios.
I don't know. They may come out with a nice trailer and we'll all be like, hey, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I got no stake in that. I know they're trying to get what's his name, David S. Goyer, to come back and write the new Blade movie since it was a complete disaster and they had to scrap the whole thing. I'm like, who cares? We already saw him do. He did 3 Blade movies. 2 of them were good and 1 of them sucked. So, who cares?
I kind of give. I don't know. He did Krypton too, and I really liked the Krypton show. So.
I tried watching that fucking show when they put Lobo on it.
It
was women beating up men. I swear, every scene I watched, little tiny woman beating up a giant dude. Oh, okay. I know what I'm for fucking watching this show.
Well, season two did Doomsday really well. So.
Okay.
Is this true? Curtis says Jack Black as Beastman.
Oh my god!
I haven't heard that.
Oh.
I haven't heard that.
Please,
I have no clue.
He is so do you guys think he's funny?
Never.
No.
Never.
Okay, thank you.
I only thought he was funny when he originally did the
Tenacious D. Everyone loves Tenacious D. I never saw the big deal
that.
about it.
I watched it and hated that movie. Could not stand it.
I said when they originally did it, the HBO shorts and shit. That's the only time I thought that he was interesting. That was kind of funny because I liked the music and what they were doing.
Saving Silverman was a funny movie, but it wasn't really because of Jack Black. There was a lot of other funny things going on in that.
The hype for him. It's him and Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, I can't fucking stand him.
I like Will.
I used to like Will Ferrell till there's a lot of people I don't like anymore, but I liked Will Ferrell. I thought he was funny.
And everybody
at points. There were certain times there was
that Elf movie. No, sorry.
I didn't like Elf. No,
he looked like a giant
Step
pedophile.
He's
Anchorman. I like shit like Anchorman. That was funny.
Yeah,
I thought Semi-Pro. That was funny.
Yeah.
There was a couple of things, but for the most
part,
he
comes across as retarded to me.
I think he legit is.
That's his gimmick, though. I mean,
but that was a lot of people on SNL, though. Every single person that was on SNL seemed borderline retarded.
Yep.
Step Brothers and The Campaign are probably my 2 favorite movies of his.
I'd say Step Brothers, but it is one of those movies. It's the same thing. Like he's meant to be retarded, so that's why.
Yeah.
But that John C. Reilly is what really out of the two of them, he's the one that really made that movie for me.
Oh, John C. Rock. Did you ever see Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story? Oh my god, that movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, not the whole thing.
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this shit.
Okay, movie talk time is over. We're done. We're out. I agree with that, Johnny. I love that movie. So there's some other people don't. We're done. No more movie talk.
Have they ever done figures for Caddyshack?
No.
A Reaction never did them?
I've never seen it. And, it's funny because Reaction has done so many different movie minifigures that you would almost think that they would have done it already.
Right.
They probably just haven't gotten around to it yet. But that is the one thing. They're overpriced, though. They're overpriced for those tiny little figures. Like $20 for one of those stupid little freaking Kenner Star Wars figures from old days.
Those figures probably cost, no exaggeration, 5 to 10 cents to make.
Yeah, I mean the only ones that I would ever pay 24 is just because I really wanted it is the Donald Duck and the hula skirt that they had for a while there. That was really nice looking.
Oh, what's going on, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
What's up?
But anybody else have anything else?
No, I would, but I can't share anymore. The whole thing is shit in the bed whenever I pull up a new one now.
Yeah, I
Trina?
figured that one you froze.
Yeah.
Trina, you got nothing?
Not.
Yeah, I know, Slasher. You said you had something you were waiting.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So,
he's Buddy the Elf.
First, I say thank you, Vinnie. Thank you for sending me these art books. I appreciate the hell out of it.
Man, you're welcome, brother.
Thank you very much. Volume 1 and 2 and 1, and Volume 3 right here. I opened this one and I was flipping through it. I really don't want to fucking crease it, so I just want to put it back in the fucking bag immediately. But
dude,
thank you very much, man.
I sent them so you could enjoy them. Flip through those.
I know. But,
that's also a big thank you to Adam too. Adam, he purchased something from me, and usually I send him the books as well. And we were both like, no, we want to send it to Slasher. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
So, hell yeah.
Are any of you guys? All right, so I found these in the dollar bin, and I've always heard about these for years. But like I said, I was out of comics from like 95 to probably like 2015, so I never picked these up. Anyone familiar with this series? The Mac series?
Yeah. I seen a couple of them, and kind of knew the cover artist. But
yeah?
The cover artist with Tim Bradshaw, I think the guy's name was. Yeah, he does.
This looks like they took a fucking photograph and like slightly painted over it.
That's what he does. He shoots models, and then he traces over his photographs.
Yeah, because this one has the same.
Yeah, because he did a couple for the movie as well with Tom Jane.
This freaking looks like John Bernthal, but this is way before that. The Netflix series.
Yeah, no, yeah. The nose, it needs to be fatter. And he needs to have bigger ears.
But yeah, for $1, I picked up 3 issues of these.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think there was more, but someone I think got to the rest of them before I was able to come back to the store.
Nice.
But yeah, so
I think it's the Garth Ennis run.
Yeah, it is the Garth Ennis run.
Yeah.
So I picked a couple more of these foil reprints.
Yeah, those are cool.
I guess this is the first appearance of the Teen Titans.
Nice.
Brave and the Bold.
Sweet.
But yeah, these are fucking awesome. And I guess the first appearance of Metamorpho. It's kind of funny that they took Metamorpho and decided to, commemorate him with this. But I always like this character anyway.
Well, they did it because he's going to be in the movie. So.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
They want people to know who the hell he is.
I keep forgetting about that. And I don't know if I showed this one a couple weeks ago. Did I show this one?
Oh.
I don't know. Nice. Issue. Yeah, that's not. It says number 1 here, but I don't know why it says that. But.
I don't know why either. That's not number 1, but yeah.
But
nice.
That's cool though.
Just like I had that the magazine size one. This one you see has bigger than that one.
I love it.
Yeah, I seen a couple of them. at my comic shop too. The oversized one.
Are these ones?
Yeah, they had the Ra's al Ghul story as well with Batman.
Oh, the first appearance of him?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I'll have to freaking
Well, remember they had a bunch of different Superman titles.
Yeah.
Could it be
Adventures of Superman, Action Comics, and just Superman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did Superman, Man of Steel. Yeah. But yeah, that's the comics I got and Vinnie's books. Thanks again, Vinnie.
I'll do
But
anytime.
Yeah, I got a couple of these LJNs. I showed you guys this one.
Shit.
This Brutus the Barnacle Beefcake. $10.
Are you gonna carve
not
up your
bad.
face?
No, I'm gonna sprinkle cocaine all over it.
You could do both.
Here we go. I got this one. I picked him up. The murder weapon. The fucking murder weapon.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy.
This motherfucker. You could crack somebody's fucking skull open with this thing. This thing. Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna use them to crack walnuts.
I was gonna say, did cops used to carry a King Kong Bundy with them?
And just fucking start beating fucking people Rodney King style.
Holy shit. Oh, by the way, yeah, Tree Rock. I don't know. He wants to know if there are any high quality Tron 82 figures. From what I remember, the ones released during the movie release were flimsy garbage. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
But yeah, I got a couple of these from the $5 bin, the Jack's Pacific ones, where you could tell because none of these figures miss leg day.
Yeah.
They'll make a Spike Dudley figure with fucking legs like this.
That's like the new Superman body that McFarlane's using. They all have eyes like that.
The face, they got the face down for the Sheik.
Yeah, that's
Sheik, yes. Okay. Couldn't remember his name.
They got him there. Yeah, Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik. Yeah.
You didn't recognize him right
there's
away.
a guy called the Sheik who's actually the uncle of
Sabu's
Sabu.
uncle. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the name would have came to you right away is if he did the imitation. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Fucking bullshit!
Hogan bullshit.
After Hulk Hogan. After Hulk Hogan.
So this was the other one I showed you guys. But Trina, all right. Who does this look like? Look at his face.
It looks like JD Vinnie.
That's what every single person. It's Art Anderson. but no, it really fucking. JD Vance just fucking snorted fucking coke.
Yeah.
And he's tweaking hard right now.
You need to give him
Oh my god, it's awesome! You got a JD Vance figure.
He needs to curl your hair. It's the Cabbage Patch doll looking one.
Oh yeah, that was my stuff for the week.
Wow.
Well worth it.
That's cool though.
JD Vance, the master of the spine buster.
Good stuff.
JD Vance stabbed Psycho Sid.
Hardcore tweaking. Yeah, I guess we're getting close to the end here because I think that was just about it, right?
I got one video left, but I don't think anybody can play it.
Yeah,
I got a couple things. I got to wait till next week. Yeah, because my internet was shit in the bed.
Yeah, I can't pull those things up. My internet just can't handle it. So
yeah.
All right. Not a problem.
Unless someone else does, and then we just share.
If I pull it up, will it text your system if I pull it up and play it?
No.
Okay,
just be
I'll
on
give
your
it a
end.
try.
Cool.
Okay, is Shifty? Is it the one that you put in at 10:30?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
It's crazy all the hoops we got to jump through because StreamYard.
All right.
Oh, volume. Nope.
Yeah. Where's the volume? Why aren't they?
On the top. No, on the screen itself there, the image.
Oh.
It's
there you
May.
go.
Can you believe that?
There we go.
Hey, what's going on? Shifty back with pickup video number 3, and I've got the last of my pre-orders. I finally got them all in, because it's May now. It's not April no more. It's May. Can you believe that? And yeah, check it out. I got my. This is a re-release of the animated series of Spider-Man. This is the Green Goblin. Of course, it's the Green Goblin. But yeah, check him out. He's cool, man. I don't like the scales all over the body. But yeah, minor nitpick. I know a lot of people had problems with the big googly eyes, and they last time around they would take them. I saw videos where they would some people would paint little pupils on instead of those big old googly eyes there. But I don't know. I think he looks okay. He looks all right. His face is growing on me. He's got a Bryan Cranston looking Norman Osborn head. He's got the pumpkin bomb and the glider. I don't got a Spider-Man in my collection yet. I think since this is a re-release, it's just got the original packaging. I don't think they're re-releasing all those figures. But if they do re-release this John Romita Sr. looking Spider-Man, I definitely need to get that because that's my Spider-Man. That's my Spider-Man. But yeah, man, that's cool Goblin figure. Also, was that Ross? Saw this for $10. Usually goes for $22 on Amazon. Definitely worth the $10 once I cracked open and seen what was inside. That's what's inside, man. Yeah, this is the Aloy figure from Horizon to the Forbidden West. Check out the box on the inside. Great art all over the box.
The
nice
packaging's
stuff.
fantastic.
I don't care that.
Yeah. That looks amazing. I love this packaging.
Yeah, they did a beautiful job.
She's not supposedly a sexy character for a video game. I know there's a big controversy that she could have been prettier, but I don't care. She's still a well-designed character. Look at all that detail on that figure. 6 inches, a little short. Wish she was taller, but man, for $10, hell, for $22, it's still worth it. That's a nice looking figure. I'm going to keep her in a plastic though, because those arms are really tiny. And I'm just going to wait till I actually display her because I think they may be super fragile, but great detail on that. Nice figure. And look at all those extras, 5 extra faces, 6 extra hands, bow and arrow, staff, all that good shit. $10, definitely worth the $22 that actually sells for on Amazon. But if you're at Ross and you see that, get that stuff. And last but not least, this is the definitive Superman from Tord McFarlane. And it only took him 5 years to put it out. This is the one you need in your collection. The 40s flashier one is good, but this one is the one to get. He's freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Good job, Tord.
One with the black trim around the S, right? Yeah, I like that one.
He's like sold out everywhere.
They only got one in at GameStop, and I was the one that reserved it. So yeah, he's pretty hard to come by.
So you wish she was a little bit taller. You wish she was a baller. You wish she had a phone so you could go ahead and call her.
I just heard that song on the radio in the car today. I haven't heard that since the 90s.
I was about to say, did you step out of a time machine and enter 1994 or something?
It was 90s on 9 satellite radio, and it popped on. I was like, what? I haven't heard that since, the 90s.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but that Aloy figure, that's from Spin Masters, who makes the little cartoony figures. So they can really put out some decent stuff if somebody gave them a chance.
Do you know who Spin Masters purchased recently? It was probably like about a year ago. They purchased Hexbug.
Who's Hexbug?
Hexbug that does the battle bots. Take care, Gap.
Oh, okay.
Take it in the ass, Gap.
Later, Gap.
Okay.
Are you guys still stretching this out? They had bought the BattleBot line of toys from Hexbug, and they put them back out. They just changed the packaging and stuff like that, but exact same toys they were doing for BattleBots.
But they make a whole line of the PlayStation figures, and most of them are overpriced. I think Kratos at one time was available at Ross. People were finding them, but they have a Joel and Ellie set that sells between like 40 and 45-ish on Amazon. I really would like to get that if I can ever find it for cheap, because at least the first Last of Us game was pretty cool.
The first game was
and they look so nice. man, if DC, if they would have went there, that would have been, a good company. But
side note, and just for a quick laugh, they said just like the game, the show after they take him out, and I think they said it was like episode 2. They said their ratings plummeted. So I thought that was hilarious. There you go. Holy shit.
No, they never learn. Never learn.
You had a second opportunity to fix the story, and you fucked it up again.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting ready to close out time. We're getting ready to run up out of here. I'm going to end the last of what I have to show off with a good old-fashioned toy hunt. There's some interesting things in here. Guys, hope you enjoy this one.
Always like that. And then check out this Iron Maiden Future Past World Tour. That is pretty cool looking. That's what the figure looks like. And on the other side, look at that. Got your classic Somewhere in Time figure. That is pretty awesome. Not sure how much this double set is. I'm imagining it's probably 50, but that is pretty damn cool. Oh no, I set Gizmo off again. Yeah, taking a look at that Hasbro right there. Look at that, man. Woo! The Transformer, I was dead. They're just not restocking anything anymore. It's horrible. McFarlane's. I mean, there's a few more in here than there was last time, but yeah, there's just not a whole lot to speak of. Same thing with the Marvel. A lot of bare spots in the shelves. They do have over here in Target, however, is they got a slew. I mean, they got a slew of stuff going on here. All kinds of mechas sitting up in here. Look at that. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, the Ultimate Jack Skeleton. Look at that one. Comes with all kinds of extras. Saw. Last Ronin, Donatello. Last Ronin with Leonardo. Alf, which I've seen that one before. Hey, look at that Handyman Donatello. That's one Splasher was looking for. April O'Neil, version 2. Whole lot of stuff going on here. What else I got back there? More Donatello. So I had this set right here, a creepy Eddie Shibano Sama. Yeah, this is very weird.
Wait, that's not that Donatello said what? Handyman Donatello?
Handyman Donatello. That's why I said not the one Slashers.
Yeah, that isn't the one. Yeah.
And good night, Johnny. Thanks for joining us. What's up, Draven?
What's up, Draven?
Trash
Later,
Bro.
Johnny.
What's up?
Yeah, but I thought there were still some interesting figures. I still like that Iron Maiden set for the Somewhere.
Yeah, that Iron Maiden still.
Yeah, that was good. I remember you messaged me asking me if I was interested in that, and at the time, because at the time I wasn't thinking so, but seeing it, I'm having second thoughts.
It does look phenomenal.
Yeah,
like especially like the Somewhere in Time. Like I don't know a whole lot about their newer stuff, with the samurai outfit. I've seen a video or two, of the music and everything, and seen the samurai in like the video segments that they had. But it's not something I'm overly familiar with. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the Somewhere in Time, that's something I'm a little bit more familiar with from back in the day. So, I mean, that one hits the bells and whistles for me more than the other one does. But, I mean, both figures in their own right still look amazing. Yeah.
That samurai looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, it really does. And the box, the way they designed the box is beautiful.
Yeah. That double gated window thing.
Yep.
The other one I wanted to ask you about is, did you see that jack, the ultimate jack with zero and all that stuff?
Yes. I think that's the one I have.
Okay.
I haven't reviewed it yet, but I got that one and Sally.
Yeah. The limbs look so thin on it, though.
Yeah.
I'd be very, very wary of that because NECA, they're not known for having good joints on.
Well,
on
she did a review of the blistered one.
Yep, the
Okay.
cloth one, yeah, and that one was pretty rickety, but he's doing okay. And the newer one, the one that Tommy showed, I think that's the same one I ordered. That one actually is a little beefier.
Okay, well that's good then.
Yeah.
They might have had complaints for sure then.
Yeah, I'm thinking so because on the one that had the cloth goods on it, one of the arms, it doesn't fall off because, well, it does come off. But it's detachable, like you can put it back on. It's the way it's designed. I can't really explain it.
It was meant to be removable.
Yeah, it's like that's the way it seems. Yeah. Hopefully this one I need to review it, but hopefully it's better. I'm thinking of waiting until either Halloween or Christmas to review it.
Okay.
Well, since they're re-releasing them, if the one you're going to review breaks, just take it back to Target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them Tord sent you.
Yeah, I may have to do a little Target swapping here pretty soon because they put the Jeddah Patrol stormtroopers out with the shoulder pad and the big guns. Well, I went and bought a couple of 2-packs of stormtroopers and Jedi troopers from A New Hope, and the stormtroopers in those 2-packs have a nasty burgundy hue to them. I don't know if it's the plastic they use or it didn't get a nice coat of paint, and I may have to swap those out. Don't tell nobody.
Hey, what happens on Collectible Past stays on Collectible Past.
You 46 people watching, don't tell nobody.
Yeah, don't tell nobody. So if you happen to go to a certain Target in Virginia and you see some burgundy looking stormtroopers, I have nothing to do with it.
They're gonna be like, someone shifty did something here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Stormtrooper Batman. 10 million different versions of the same figure. That's what most of these companies
Don't give Tord any ideas before he's done with the license.
But we are just about set. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. But you know what sucks? I mean, I like Superman, and I usually I thought I was only getting into towards the collect Superman. I was like writing down my Supermans, and I was like, oh God, I got way more Batmans I've picked up than Superman. And I was like, how did this happen? I don't even like Batman that much. Man, towards
it's because the 10 million variety versions.
Yeah.
But when he finally starts to do them right, I mean, that's why they're moving.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like Bat Gender? He's Bat Fluid. We're getting ready to bounce up out of here. One more time, real quick, if you haven't had a chance, share the links out there for my eBay store. We're really in crunch mode this month. Just like every month, it's just been crunch. Hopefully, the wife secures a new job soon. I mean, I keep hoping that this is it. So, whatever you do, don't pray for me. I feel like slashing now. The praying doesn't work. Just wish like happy thoughts or something like that. Like give me a Cheech and Chong happy thoughts. No prayers. They're not working right now. But
I left some rum. For Jobu, and he's gonna work magic.
Right. See, now we're talking. Unless you're leaving rum for Jobo, you got no marbles. But we've got one more important piece of information to take care of on the show right here, and you know what that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Golden Trina Award for the best review of the night.
All right. I have to give it to you, Tommy, tonight. I absolutely love the whole Transformer series that you did. You did a lot of work on that. Yeah, you get the award tonight.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to do this properly, and I will accept this on behalf of Dark Helmet. Dark Helmet is the true star here for that whole entire series. Without him, I don't think it would have happened the way it did. All praise to Dark Helmet, your Lord and Savior. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good job, Helmet.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
But,
Tommy, don't forget to thank Jobu too, Tommy.
Yes, and thank you, Jobu. Thank Jobu with copious amounts of rum. Don't skimp people. Don't use cheap rum.
You heard him. Top shelf.
But
only.
I'm going to hand it off to my lovely panelists, and they're going to let you know what they got going on. Let's see. We're going to start with...
Hey, Prime! What do you think Megatron's going to do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
All right. It was awesome. This awesome show tonight, everybody. Thank you for having me, as always. And yeah, all right. On my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern this coming Wednesday, Vinnie and I are going to be reviewing the 2002 movie Red Dragon. Because we just finished up the Hannibal series yesterday. So now we're going to be doing Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and then Hannibal, those 3 movies. And yeah, so next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Red Dragon. And other than that, thank you all for being here. And Tommy, thank you for having me. This was an awesome stream, and hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, Trina. And Helmet thanks you as well for another award for him. Between Andy and Helmet, they are just getting all the attention. They're getting all the awards now. And I am absolutely fine with that.
They're cleaning up.
They are.
Yep. You guys deserved it.
Yeah, that's amazing. You better re-release that by itself somehow.
I will.
Yeah.
I will get on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna hand it on over. Oh, did you have anything else, Trina?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, we're gonna hand it on over.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive by.
Hey, it's Shifty. You can find me on YouTube or X. It's Shiftygism. That's Shifty GISM. And hey, thanks for having me again tonight. Had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff about Transformers, and good deal. You can find me tomorrow night at about 8:30, around that time, on the Awesomenators channel. We got the good old wrestling show, Awesomenator, me, and Rome's, and we're going to be discussing the card for Backlash this weekend. Another double pay-per-view from the WWE, but we got to cover it, so check that out. Also, Sunday, if you're still into Star Wars, on the roundtable over on Chaos Central, hosted by Chris Knight, we're going to be discussing the latest 3 episodes, which were really freaking good. Surprisingly, after the first 6 were boring, but these last 3 were pretty great stuff. And we have a full roundtable discussion on that. And of course, next week, maybe I'll be back. But hey, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for popping on. Glad that you had some fun. I hope Helmet didn't bore you to death with all the information on Transformers.
Absolutely not. No, that was great, man.
Dude, it was awesome.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Right.
I would, but I'd probably hurt something else. We're going to hand it on over.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Oh, thanks. I think.
Yeah, thanks for letting me chill and talk toys on another Thursday. Later on, I'm going to be playing Silver Surfer for the NES.
I'm
Probably
sorry.
notoriously known as one of the hardest NES games of all time. A real pain in the ass game. And yeah, Saturday we're going to be having a discussion about Con Air. Hell yeah, Con Air, one of the greatest fucking action movies of all time.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, yep. And put the bunny back in the box. And oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Street Fighter Alpha 2. Gonna be trying to beat the game with Sakura. That game is severely broken for Super Nintendo because you do all the fucking fancy ass moves you want, right? You can't beat the fucking opponent. All you have to do is foot sweep. They don't block foot sweeps at all in this game. So, but yeah,
Take the leg, Tony.
That's it.
Right.
Awesome. Thanks, Slasher. And
Yeah,
of
man.
course, gonna hand it on over.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no. Thank you. And yes, tomorrow we're going to be doing the Friday Underground stream. So tune in to hear some of the craziness of what's going on in the world and, other stuff. We hit some topical things as well and entertainment shit from time to time. But then, we're going to be hanging out with Slasher on the Saturday. Sunday, back on my channel for Dexter Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. So, we are flying through this season as well. And, it is damn good. And, get ready. We're going to have more dokes as well. Surprise, mother. Anyway, but it's excellent stuff for sure. And like you heard Trina, Wednesday we're going to be doing Red Dragon over on her channel. And I still can't believe we finished the entire Hannibal series. It was like, it's one of those things like, oh, it's bittersweet now. It's we're done with those. But the movies, they're going to be awesome to cover too with Anthony Hopkins. Looking forward to all that. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Everyone in chat, everyone on panel. Awesome stuff.
Awesome. Always pleasure. And one last person wants to say something.
And all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Like Trina said, everybody have an awesome night, awesome weekend. Thank you for hanging out with us. Could have chose to spend your time anywhere, chose to spend it here with us. It is greatly appreciated. Hope that you had a little bit of fun. I hope maybe even learn something new about one of these franchises. I'm not going to say which Transformers, but thank you, Helmet, for doing all that stuff, and thank every last one of you. Curtis, man, you're amazing with all the links all the time, man. Thank you so much. You just don't know how much it helps, especially with all the shit that's going on with the internet. It really helps more than you could ever know. But guys, hope that you all have a good one, and we will catch you next time when we come back with more toy talk, more fun, and just more old-fashioned pig nonsense bullshit coming out of my mouth. Take care, y'all. Till next time.
You better run, Mojito. You what? I thought you said don't move. That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.